Full screen this bitch, because I can't see.
Hello, hello. Welcome back to Stray Gods.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Ren. What's up? Welcome back to Stray Gods. If you are new here and you didn't watch Friday night's stream, we're really normal about all the characters in this game, a very equal amount. I'm here
Absolutely.
yeah, of course. I'm here with Jack, as you can see up here. Hello.
Hello.
Jack is also behaving very normally and not at all encouraging me to be a silly Billy. Previously on Stray Gods, what happened? We are playing as... I'm turning my gain up. We are playing as a girl named Grace who has been accused of murdering an idol. Except, like, she didn't, we don't think. Like, she just kind of showed up and gave us her Eidolon. And now we're stuck here. Ellie! Ellie, what's up? Oh, we're gonna try and do some smooching. We are starting Act 2, today. What did we learn last time? We learned that all of these gods are very kissable. We're not...
And Troy Baker is here.
And Troy Baker is here. We're being especially normal about Troy Baker. I did not make an entire 20-minute long compilation of us just thirsting over Apollo. No, didn't do that at all. Anyway, we are starting Act 2, which I'm assuming
yeah,
is
it
this
should be
one.
That.
Yeah. Freddy!
Hey, Freddy. Have you been waiting up this whole time?
Yeah? A goat man sends you off into the night. Your life is on the line. And I'm gonna, what, sleep? What if you were taken prisoner, kept in a cave by a cyclops, or I don't know, turned into a tree? I was worried sick.
Heart.
Also, we're romancing
Women.
Freddy.
Women.
Women.
So many kissable men, but women.
We'll get to the men. We'll get to the men soon.
You were worried about me? Aw.
Well, you're my best friend in the whole world, Grace. Plus, you know, what would the band do?
Right, the band. Where are Kaz and Brian anyway?
I told them you were fine, which isn't a lie, because technically you are. Now tell me everything that happened. Persephone runs a club called the Underworld.
It took me a second.
That's a little on the nose.
I wouldn't suggest saying that to her face.
And you ended up siding with Apollo? Lord of the Sun, god of prophecy? Do you trust him?
Yeah, we do. We trust Troy Baker.
We trust Troy Baker with our entire... I think so?
I'm not sure.
I think so.
I think so? It doesn't seem like he's lying, but he's hard to read.
Famous last words.
Tell me about it.
So, what are your options? You need to go back to Apollo's place, right?
I could go back to the Underworld. Make sure Persephone isn't taking my decision personally.
Oh, and, there's this. Pan left a card, says, "Come by Olympus." I doubt he means the mountain in Greece.
What could he want?
What
Huh.
does this other...
I wonder what he
man
wants.
Probably to cash in his precious favor.
Still not a fan?
You know how some people just set your teeth on edge? That's Pan. I can't help it. But it doesn't matter. I said I'd help, and that's what I'll do. You can count on me, Grace.
Thanks, Freddy.
The muse? Oh, the embodiment of inspiration. Can you believe it?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, goodness, we have options. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Did anything update? I feel like no, I did read this one, so we have this update.
Yeah, it's the bottom one. Mm-hmm.
And of course, Freddie was waiting up when I got back from the underworld. She apologized for how things went down with Pan during the song, but honestly, I get it now. My power draws the good and bad out of people, and I don't always get to choose which it'll be. At any rate, it's good that I have Freddie at my side during all this. Also, in case we need a refresher on what these people look like, this is Freddie. Hello. This is Calliope.
She's dead now.
She's dead. She's very dead. This is Hermes. They. Very they. Love them. This is Aphrodite. She's fucking gorgeous, and we have literally not talked to her yet. Husband.
Troy Baker.
Troy Baker. Hello, Troy Baker. Hello, Troy Baker. This is Athena. Team Mom, I believe, as we're trying to figure it out. Hermes is fantastic. Persephone laughed when I asked if Athena might be a suspect. Like, the suggestion was ridiculous. Athena's entire existence is based on protecting the idols, and apparently she'd never break her own rules. She sounds so fun. This is Persephone. I repeatedly begged her to step on me.
She didn't, but she came very close.
She didn't, but oh my, she offered it. She offered it, and I had to turn her down to progress the story. This is Pan.
We're very normal about Pan also.
The name was Hades. Still mad about that. And this is Eros. Oh, you got a little cover up. That's cute. I met Eros, the god of sex, just hanging around in the underworld, looking like a Turkish wrestler taking a quick break from his BDSM dungeon. He was nice enough, if kind of wrapped up in his own problems. Hardly seemed the killer type, but what do I know? And yeah, that's everyone except for Oracle. I want to see Oracle on this goddamn list.
Oh, I know.
Alright. Anyway.
I already suspect Athena. I think Athena did it.
I think Athena
I'm gonna call it.
Would be a very fun pick, but I don't know. I just repeatedly said I'm gonna be fucking heartbroken if it was Apollo.
We're just calling him Troy Baker.
Yeah. Apollo who? It is occurring to me, I did, I think, on my schedule for Twitch, name this series Children of Apollo, because I was like, oh yeah, god of music. And then went, oh.
maybe.
Not changing it though, it's catchy. So we have the option to talk to Troy Baker, to talk to Hot Man, or talk to a lady who I want to step on me. I should go talk to Apollo or go see what Pan wants. Are our little instructions down here.
Well, if Ren is still here,
Ren,
we can meet Troy Baker.
I would love. As soon as we get a nod from Ren, we'll get a move. If not,
we'll probably go see Troy Baker anyway.
Yeah, honestly, fuck it. We're gonna go see Troy Baker. Let's go. Hi!
Ah, Grace, you're back. That's good. I was just about to call you.
He means he wants me to call you because Paul here still hasn't figured out how to use a phone.
That's not true. I know how, I just don't like them. They're confusing. Anyhow, I've been contemplating our list of suspects, and I think Pan is someone we need to consider.
Hold on, what's this about phones?
What? No. What's this about phones, Troy Baker?
You don't like phones?
I just don't like talking to people I can't see.
No, it's the ringtones. They scare the crap out of him. I kid you not.
I'm not frightened. Only a child would be frightened. They're just very loud.
Yeah.
Can we return to the subject of Pan, please?
I thought you discounted Pan.
I thought you just.
Why Pan? I thought you'd rejected him as a suspect.
Persephone did, but I've had time to think it over. Pan is a schemer, a traitor in favors. He always has been. His sudden appearance in all this cannot be coincidental.
You think he could have killed Calliope after all?
Perhaps. Or he knows who did and is trying to turn it to his benefit. He always knows more than he pretends.
You should know. Pan asked me to meet him at Olympus. I'm not sure why.
Wait, he wants to see you again? I don't like this.
Are you jealous, Troy Baker?
Should I not go, Troy Baker?
Troy Baker, are you jealous that he wants to see me, Troy Baker? Should I not go, Troy Baker?
Why? Is he that bad? Should I not go?
No. Perhaps it's best that you do, even if it's just to find out what he wants and why. Aphrodite is holding a party of sorts, one you should attend. She is closest to Pan. Indeed, she knows almost all the idols. If anyone is up to something, she's bound to know.
I could just talk to Pan.
I could just talk to Pan.
I still have that invitation from Pan. Maybe it'd be easier if I just went to see him.
You could, but would you believe anything he had to say?
I might be able to coax some truth out of him. I can be persuasive.
Well, whatever you do, be careful. I still think Aphrodite is our best bet.
Why can't you talk to Aphrodite?
You know Aphrodite better than I do. Can't you talk to her?
Well, talking to Aphrodite isn't something anyone does with much success these days.
Well, if that's the case, what makes you think I'll get anywhere?
There's a standing invitation for the Muse to attend this party. Calliope never went, so Aphrodite will be thrilled to see you. Trust me. If I thought you couldn't get her to talk, I wouldn't suggest it.
What kind of party are we talking about, Troy Baker?
Is this black tie or is this casual, Troy
What do you
Baker?
mean by a party of sorts? I mean, I'm always down for a party, but...
It's more of a remembrance than a party, really. It's difficult to describe.
That's awfully vague, Apollo.
It'll be easier to see for yourself. It's nothing you can't handle.
Okay, I'll go. Eventually.
Perfect. I will see you there.
Paul, you should see this. The names you wanted me to look up are getting weird results.
I don't doubt it. I was hoping you could...
Get over here!
No worries, Paul. I'll see you later.
The look on his face, hello?
Oh, God. I'm really normal. I'm really normal. Behaving so well. So nicely. Paul, the names you're asking me to search are getting weird. Like supernatural weird or like porn weird? I mean like both, but mainly. Alright. Can we talk to Apollo again? We can talk to Pan, we can go to the party, or we can go, I guess, talk to Persephone. So either of these two. What do we want to do?
You know what? We've done a pretty good job so far doing what Troy Baker tells us to do. So let's go to the party.
This is this is the Troy Baker run in all but romance.
Yeah.
Oh, we're partying at the Parthenon? Let's go. Oh my god, he's in fucking flip-flops. Are you kidding? How did I not notice this before?
Fancy
He's a
party?
beach
Check.
man.
Bunch of strangers? Check. Grace totally not dressed for the occasion? Check. Now, if only I knew what I was supposed to be doing here.
Grace, you made it. I'm so glad. I was beginning to wonder.
It's been 5 minutes,
just
Troy
saw you.
It's a
Baker.
fancy party. I feel a little underdressed.
Grace, look at me. I didn't even button up my shirt. It's fine.
Gratuitous.
Why is everyone so quiet? You'd think someone died.
They know.
I should have told you about this earlier. I've been putting it off.
Just every time there's a romance option, the two of us just wistfully sigh. It's so funny.
I'm sorry we can't flirt with you, Troy Baker. I want to so badly.
There's always next time.
There's always... Listen, again, run two. Run two. We're gonna flirt with Troy Baker so hard.
That doesn't sound good.
I don't like the sound of that. What am I missing?
You don't have any of Calliope's memories, right? No deja vu recollections that aren't your own?
Deja vu?
No. Should I have?
Not right away. For a while, you won't remember anything. We call it the veil. In time, the veil will start to lift, slowly at first, but eventually you'll remember almost everything Calliope did.
You'll remember all the war crimes, Grace.
Nobody told me that.
Hey, no one led with that.
Seems like the sort of thing you should tell a new idol.
New idols are usually chosen. You would know about this already, except
Calliope was murdered.
well, remember how old we all are. There are so many memories. So the veil lifts gradually to protect you. Eventually, it's like a flood. It becomes difficult to separate what's you and what's them, and all who came before them.
Ah, the Avatar. Not quite, but good try.
Will I become Calliope? I'm thou, thou art I?
You're saying I won't be me. I won't be Grace. Will I start calling myself Calliope?
Maybe. Eventually, most of us do, but most of us were chosen and prepared.
And I didn't choose this.
I understand. Take some time to let it sink in. If you like, we can talk about it later.
Where the fuck did you go?
What does this have to do with
Whoa.
the party?
Aphrodite hasn't been the same since we came to the New World. She has horrific memories of what she endured during the war. Passing on her eidolon is a way to forget, for a while. That's what this party is for.
I'm sorry, so she's just gonna die?
More like Aphrodite. Get out, sorry, Troy Baker.
When you say she's gonna pass on her eidolon, you mean...
She's going to die, yes, and pass her soul on to a chosen successor.
in front of everyone?
We're here to help, Grace. To make it easier for Aphrodite to do what she feels she must. We're here to say goodbye. At least for a while.
Kind of felt like you should have led with this, Troy Baker.
Aphrodite's done this before?
This isn't the first time Aphrodite's done this. She's held this kind of gathering before, right?
This is her fourth, I think, perhaps fifth.
So every time the veil, whatever you call it, when it starts to lift...
Aphrodite's memories return, and eventually it is too much. We gather to pay our respects and to honor the past. Well, she still remembers it.
I mean, there's probably not a branch of therapy for idols, but this is a little...
This is like I feel like there needs to be like very specific EMDR, I think, to deal with this, and I don't know what it is. I'm not qualified to. But this is like the weirdest form of long-term repression I've ever heard. Hi, Ren. We're talking to men. We're talking to man. And then we're probably gonna go talk to another man later. Yeah.
So Calliope didn't approve, I would assume.
Wait. Calliope refused to come to these parties. That's what you said.
She refused on principle. Everything Calliope did was on principle. She believed Aphrodite was indulging her sadness, wallowing in it. She thought Aphrodite should try harder. It was a point of contention between them. Aphrodite will be grateful you're here. Trust me.
Do you support this?
Troy Baker, what's your moral stance on this?
Do you support what Aphrodite is doing here?
It's not my choice to make, Grace.
Yeah, but you must have an opinion.
Eventually you will remember what we experienced during the war, and eventually you will remember that what Aphrodite experienced was far worse. If this is the mercy she requires, I will not tell her she should not take it.
Moral quandary. I don't know. I agree with you. I think it's just a very long-winded way of repressing everything, you know?
I mean, because this is like... We've dealt with an attempt at like a similar narrative before of like complete repression followed by, if the memories bring you that much pain, is it better to simply let yourself forget? And like, frankly, I do get it.
Let's do it then. I get it.
Okay, so what did Aphrodite want Calliope to do? What does she want me to do?
Well, knowing Aphrodite, she'll want you to make a production of it all. She's not here just yet. Until she arrives, I suggest mingling.
Talking to people? Talking to people?
Mingling.
Yeah, mingling. Talk to Eros. Or we can talk more if you like. Just try to relax, Grace.
Decisions. Decisions.
Sure, yeah. Relax. That's what this party is for, right?
Which man?
I feel like we should go to Eros. We don't get to talk to Eros very often.
Oh, that's an entire man. Let's go talk to
Especially
Eros.
because this is his mom, you know?
True. True. Let's go talk to Eros.
Grace!
Hey, Eros. Nice to...
Oh!
Okay.
Aphrodite will be so happy you're here. It means so much, you have no idea.
Are you okay?
That's what I want to ask, but at the same time, I do love how everybody is saying, like, oh, it's so great that you came, Grace, to this whole thing. When it's literally, like, 24 hours earlier. Well, I guess you'll have to die, you know? And I know they probably just want Calliope there, but still, it's just... the heel face turn is a little quick.
It's so this game's trajectory of like immediate trauma dumping and like the immediate heel face of like, oh, we're so glad to see you, Grace, is truly fantastic. Of just like, oh shit, oh, we're gonna have you around for a little while. All right, we'll enjoy your company while you're here.
Are you okay?
Are you okay, hot man who just hugged me?
Are you okay?
You were
seem a
like
bit...
crying last time I saw you.
Oh.
Every time she does this, I don't know how to handle it. I almost want to run upstairs and demand she stop. Remind her that this never works. Sorry, I shouldn't unload on you. It's been a bad week.
I said you could unload on me at the nightclub and you didn't. I'm giving you permission here.
I feel for you. We gotta get those bard pointed.
Get the bard points up, come on.
Hey, I understand. This can't be easy.
She's the one who is suffering. I shouldn't be complaining.
Oh.
I just hate this. I'm there every day, going through it all with her. The nightmares, the panic attacks, the weeks when she just won't get out of bed. I'm there when she forgets the war's over and I hold her. until the screaming stops. Me. I do that.
That sounds awful.
And now I'm arranging her gathering again, so she can die again. And I'll watch it all again.
My face right now, listening to that. Wow. Okay. What happened to Aphrodite? What is causing her to be in this state?
No, because that's really... Well, yeah, I'm gonna hit this, but, like, that's really interesting / pause that they go through. Like, I don't... Maybe that was a read of me as a person, psychologically, of being, like, if that's what she needs, and then immediately turning around and being like, oh, did you forget that, like, this affects other people and the people that love her that have to watch her do this? And I was like, oh, fuck, that's right, shit. Oh, man. Oh, I'm an asshole. Okay.
No, it's okay. Sometimes you just get so caught up in the moment with the person, you know?
And sometimes
and
it feels like too hard of a
sometimes.
call out, and you have to remember, like, no, your actions affect people. Damn it. Anyway, what? Tell me, what happened to Aphrodite?
Is it okay
What
if I ask
happened?
what
What
happened?
happened?
I don't mean to pry, but I'm new. I really don't know.
No, it's okay. I wouldn't usually talk about it, but I know you don't mean any harm. What happened is that Brother Ares happened. He missed out on the first world-spanning war, you see, so he was damned if he'd miss out on the next one. He found some jackbooted mortals so full of themselves and their supremacy, and he told them about the idols. Then they came for
he's
us,
talking about.
took us completely by surprise. Some they killed, but Aphrodite, her they captured.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh.
Did she escape?
Aphrodite was captured, but she's here now. So she must have escaped.
She didn't. Do you know the name Hephaestus?
No. Should I?
God of smiths. He could make anything, any tool or weapon. He was Aphrodite's husband, and he adored her. When he found out the mortals were torturing her, he went mad. He was determined to save her.
Wait, they tortured her?
Nothing extreme, I'm told. They were too frightened, but they were also determined to wring every last secret out of her. So, who knows how long that fear would have lasted. Thus, Hephaestus made a deal.
With the, jackbooted guys.
No, with their enemies. That's what saved her.
Tell me about this deal.
Then this deal is how Aphrodite survived.
It's how we all survived. It's what brought us to the new world. Hephaestus saved us all. We never saw him again. That was the deal. He would leave, make their precious weapons, and never look back. Aphrodite never even got to say goodbye. It's funny, because Aphrodite didn't even like Hephaestus when they were married. She seemed to resent every minute they were together. But now he's all she can think about.
Is there no other way?
Is there no other way? Does Aphrodite really need to...
To die? I've asked that so many times. She's tried magic, drugs, psychotherapy, meditation, everything we could possibly think of. For a while, she'll deny anything's wrong. It all seems fine, and I start to hope. Maybe this time will be different. Then the nightmares begin, and the memories return. More with each passing day until... I hate it, but I see her agony. I can't deny her this.
Sorry for the Freudian slip of, at least she tried meditation, because I'm used to all my therapists saying that to me.
Have you tried meditation? Whoa! Like, yeah.
Yes, I have.
It's
Any
have
other
you tried
suggestions?
meditation? I have ADHD. Do you think that worked? I want you to take one look at me and listen to me for about 2 minutes and tell me, do you think meditation worked? Do you think meditation worked?
The first guy that I went to ask about ADHD said, no, you should just try meditation instead.
Did you, like, punch him in the face on sight?
I wanted to so bad. And my whole getting diagnosed with ADHD is a whole story that I'm not going to get into, but it was so funny because it was a whole song and dance, and then I finally got to see a resident, so like a medical student, and he's like, yeah, it sounds like you have ADHD, but I can't do anything because I'm a resident. So here's this other guy that you can see on off days who's not a resident, and that's the guy that was like, try meditation. So I went back to the resident and was like, this is what he said to me. He's like, that's bullshit. Here's a prescription for Wellbutrin.
Shit, yeah.
Anyway, we stand medical students in this house.
Oh. Ow. Okay.
It's this was me avoiding asking the question on the right, but we probably should.
We probably should ask that.
Maybe I just don't understand, but isn't this like suicide?
Some of the idols have committed suicide. They let themselves die without passing on their eidolon.
What happens?
What you'd expect. They're gone. Forever. Mother says she can't do that. She won't. Not until she sees Hephaestus again, I suspect. Not that what's happening here is anything casual. She still has to die for a while.
I feel like it's awfully presumptuous of us to say she needs my help, you know?
No. Well, maybe. We paid Felicia Day to saying we're probably gonna hear it, but like that's not the way to say it.
So let's just say you don't seem to approve.
Understatement of the century.
You sound like you don't approve of what Aphrodite's doing.
What I want is for her to not hurt anymore. What I want is for this to end. She'll ask you to use your power as part of the celebration. Could you use it to inspire her?
I can't force anyone to do anything they don't want to, Eros.
That's not what I'm asking. I believe that deep down, she doesn't want to do this any longer. She must see it isn't working. She just needs the strength to try. Or I hope that's all she needs.
Honestly, it's not up to me. It's not.
It's not up to me, Eros. I can't make that decision for her.
I know. Neither can I. I was only hoping Aphrodite could make that decision for herself, if she was inspired.
I don't know.
It's a lot to ask. I'll understand if you can't. All I want, one way or another, is to get through tonight.
Hey, Troy Baker.
Hey, Troy Baker, Jesus Christ, we need to cool down.
Yeah,
Let's talk to a hot man, please. Hot man
down
who
the
won't
door.
hurt my feelings.
Kicks down the door. Troy Baker, holy fuck.
You just walk over like very clearly like distressed, and Troy Baker's like, hey, what's up? What do you, and you just sort of like do the thing where you just like Grace just like rests her forehead on his fucking tight six-pack, and he's like, okay, something happened. Let's go talk to Troy Baker.
I know all these people, Grace. For as long as I can remember, I've known them. Yet sometimes I feel like I don't know any of them at all. Or they me.
You don't seem comfortable.
You don't enjoy these family gatherings, do you?
Are they family gatherings? Like the sort mortals have?
You call each other sister and brother and mother.
Well, yes, but...
And you've been together like 100 times longer than I lived with my family. All you're missing is a drunk uncle everyone has to apologize for.
That's Dionysus.
That would be Pan. But yes,
Okay,
I
fine.
feel very much out of place.
Why is that?
Why is that, Troy Baker? Because we can't flirt with you.
Why is that exactly? Wouldn't you feel more like you belonged after 1,000 years together?
Is your assumption that all those centuries bring great wisdom?
Don't they?
We get older. We have more to forget. We hold grudges longer, but wiser. No. Not so far.
Eros wants this to stop.
I spoke to Eros. He's pretty broken up over all this.
Oh, poor Eros. Each new successor, his hopes rise up once more. And then he watches the new Aphrodite crumble. Piece by piece. Only to start all over again. It's so different from the olden days. Once he was the eternal disaster, and Aphrodite kept constant vigil over him.
Maybe he feels like he owes her.
I think he's followed her into a dark void, and somewhere, deep down, believes he deserves no better.
I should get back out there.
Well, that didn't help. Thanks.
Okay, let's
Hey,
let's wait
Apollo,
for
do you want to
Aphrodite.
talk again? I kind of wonder how many, not this run. I think on the Apollo run, we should just try, how many times will the game let you talk to Apollo before it's like, please move on with the plot. I'm begging. We only Troy Baker only recorded so many lines. We can't keep doing this.
We only had enough money to pay Troy Baker for so many lines.
My family. Having you all here, gathered once again to see me off, it moves me. More than I can say. My loves, my darlings, my dearest friends. And you. Oh, my dear sweet thing. I dare not hope that you, with all your troubles, might sing me to my sleep. Yet here you are. Yet here she is. Huh.
I'm gonna be so real, I did confuse Aphrodite and Athena this entire time.
Oh.
That is not Felicia Day. That is somebody else whose name I'm blanking on right now. I am so sorry, Queen. How are you? Point is, do I still have an RMDB page? That's the question. What are we saying to Athena while I'm trying to pull this back up?
Nice to meout you.
Look at the chart.
It's lovely to meet you, Aphrodite. Properly, this time.
Ah, yes. Poor Calliope. Such a loss to us all. I shall miss her dearly.
Merle Dangered said.
To have come so far, only... No, it doesn't bear thinking about. It's too much.
Is this Grace, my lady? The new muse?
Oh! What
Oh,
manners
this
I
is
have.
Venus.
Grace, Grace. Meet the lovely mortal
makes
woman
sense.
who shall tonight become the new me.
Hi, my name's Venus, and yes, it really is Venus. Nice to meet you, Grace.
Nice to meow you.
Yeah, hi. Nice to meet you.
We'll both be new at this, huh? Maybe we could get together and compare notes if you,
Survived my trial?
Yeah. Lady Aphrodite told me. I shouldn't have brought that up. I'm sorry.
There will be so much time for you lovelies to speak later. Now, we must prepare for my departure.
I need your help.
I need your help first. I'm sorry, I called you Felicia Day.
Are you sure we can't talk first? I really need your help, Aphrodite.
I know you do, my dear. I wish I could be there for you, but I'm afraid my time is up. But since you've shown such kindness in coming, I will ask Eros to make himself available to you afterwards. There's nothing I know that he does not. He is my son, my truest friend, my longest love.
Won't he be a little distracted?
Eros has been through this before, Grace. He knows what must be done.
Empathy.
Bard points.
I just want to say, I'm really sorry that this happened to you, that you need to do this.
A babe in our dreary world, and yet already possessed of such earnest purpose.
She takes this task seriously, Aphrodite.
Apollo! Oh, you've come after all.
You look remarkably well, cousin.
I've had a great deal of time to prepare. I assure you that would not be the case. As for you, Grace, have you gathered the true purpose of tonight's gathering?
Why are we so stupid?
This is the small price to pay for horny run. Dumb of ass, pure of heart.
Whore of knee.
Whore of knee.
Any excuse for a party?
Fuck it.
I don't know. You like parties? Seems like a great excuse for one.
Oh, I do like parties. The orgies of Rome were... Oh, they were exquisite.
Queen
A sea
behavior.
of flesh and sweat and delights for every sense. Or perhaps it was a pleasant dream I once had. I can no longer tell. Tonight isn't about frivolity. Oh no. It's about honoring the memory of what once was while I yet retain it. Go! Enjoy the gathering, Grace! Tell me when you're ready to begin.
Hey, Troy Baker.
Hey, Troy Baker! What the fuck? Hey, Troy Baker. Hey, Troy Baker.
Back again.
Shut up!
Listen. Everybody will help me.
Everybody won't help me, Troy Baker!
I don't think I'll have a chance to talk to Aphrodite. Not before, you know.
I was hoping she might have spared a moment.
What should I do?
You have two choices, Grace. Either you do as she asks and sing her to her rest,
At which point Venus won't have Aphrodite's memories yet.
or you somehow convince her to remain with us and hope she's grateful.
And doesn't regret it. Or get angry at me for ruining her party.
Do what you feel is right. It's a risk either way.
I should get back out there.
Hey, Apollo!
Both those options sound terrible. Okay.
Don't like it. Do you want to talk to Venus?
Yeah, let's talk to Venus.
Venus seems cool.
I'd love to be friends with Venus.
I want to apologize again, Grace. I really messed up. It looks like I'll be doing that a lot. Lady Aphrodite said I'm ready, but I don't know.
I don't mind.
Don't worry about it. My foot has been lodged firmly in my mouth since this began.
It's a relief to know I won't be the only one. If I can ask, what does it feel like after it happens? Do you feel different?
It happened so fast.
I'm not sure. It happened so fast I didn't know what to think. Calliope died and then all this happened.
You didn't remember anything? About her? Who she was? She was just gone?
Yeah. Isn't that the point of all this?
I just wanted to be sure. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it could be real.
How do you know Aphrodite?
How do you know Aphrodite exactly?
So I was working at this homeless shelter, right? A couple of years ago, and she came in with one of the older residents. And she was there in this, amazing dress. And she's sitting with this guy and really listening to him. Like they were old friends or something. I just thought, what is someone like her doing in a place like this? So, I just went over and introduced myself.
That's it? Just like that?
Yeah. She came back to the shelter a few times, but by then, I guess she'd taken an interest in me instead.
Your name is really Venus?
Your name's really Venus, huh?
Everybody asks me that. Even the other idols. Maybe that's why Lady Aphrodite noticed me in the first place. She says it was fated to be. I say it's because my mama was a diehard hippie.
I like Venus a lot. Okay.
Next on the list, after Pan.
You're okay with all this?
Are you really okay with all this? You know what's gonna happen, right?
I saw a lot of people in crisis at the shelter. I knew something was wrong with Lady Aphrodite. She's in so much pain, Grace. She won't let you see how much. Eros called me one night desperate. She wouldn't stop screaming. She didn't know where she was. She's a good person, Grace. A good soul. She deserves mercy.
This is only making this decision harder. All right. You know what you're signing up for?
I get that you want to help Aphrodite, but do you really want to be her? To be an idol?
At first I thought, wow, this is too good to be true. Who wouldn't want to be a god? Later I realized they're not all powerful. They don't know everything. They're lost. Do I want to be that? Will I be that when the memories return? I don't know.
So why go through with it?
Because Lady Aphrodite needs me. Maybe, just maybe, if I'm added into the mix of all the people she's been, maybe things will be different.
Hey, Troy Baker.
Troy Baker. Troy Baker. Do you have anything new to say to me, please, Troy Baker? Troy Baker really is the
Back again.
Shush. Troy Baker really is the safety friend at the party. We're like, please talk to this person. He's like, good job. Do you want a treat? And it's like, yes, I do. Yes, I do, Troy Baker.
Troy Baker would say he's proud of us.
Yay.
Have you met Venus?
Have you spoken with Venus? She seems really...
Nice, earnest, a genuinely good person.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's not an accident. Ever since the war, Aphrodite has sought out the kindest, the most innocent souls to be her successors. She chooses them because she believes that over time, it might make her a better person. a more worthy person.
Wouldn't it be better if she chose people who were, I don't know, more resilient?
I suppose that depends on your definition of strength, Grace.
I should get back out there.
Hey, Troy Baker.
Okay. So I feel bad for Aphrodite. Truly, I do. But then again, I don't want generation after generation after generation of other people to have to go through this, you know? Like, I know that it's kind of implied that after a little bit of time they become the past self or something like that, but I still do think that they retain a portion of who they were before, and I just don't think that's very fair to the people in the future, you know? I don't think Venus should have to go through that. I don't think whoever Venus chooses later should have to go through that. And it's like continuing a cycle of violence, almost.
But on just not your family.
Yeah.
We just keep back again. I just wanted to ask what your favorite color was. That's not real. I am delaying this as long as possible. Troy Baker, help me out, man.
Okay.
Advanced generational trauma. Yes, that's it.
Uh-huh.
I have tried so hard.
And you
Fought
got
for so long.
so far.
But in
But
the
in
end,
the end,
I must bid you all
Doesn't even
farewell
matter.
once again. But before I go, I would like us all to remember
They
the
know what they did.
sacrifices that brought us
That
here
better be intentional.
to this strange new world.
At Red Sun, I know you're here.
This time, it is with the help of our lovely muse that we shall be guided. We let them rise. We let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong. Since the beginning we were hidden. We held court from up above. 'Twas the golden age of reason, and I the queen of love.
I'm obsessed with how every
But a plague of hate was spreading,
woman
and
in
there
this
were
Melto.
vultures standing by. Before we fell to our knees begging, we fell from the sky. We let them rise, we let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong.
these are all very vague options, Grace. I think we're gonna have to go logic on this one. Focus on what happened next.
We sought shelter from the shadows, but were soon ripped from the dark. Those mortal souls that ended us were jealous from the start. They hunted me for power to fuel their psychopathic cause. And once they fell before me and worshipped all I was, they chased me down and threw me in a cage, held me prisoner for so long. I thought I'd win their hearts again. I was wrong. I was wrong.
Survival.
I see you have the power. It's a poisonous reward. My virtues only scorn me when I was once adored. Loved by every mortal, then ripped from paradise. man that I ignored saved me when I fell. Yes, the husband I abhorred rescued me from hell. I thought it was a joke when it was said to me. He struck a deal with our enemy's enemy, made a secret weapon so my captors let me go. He gave up his freedom, leaving just a memory, and this love I'll never know is what he gave to me.
I'm not gonna yell at her. And I am sorry. But
However,
like, however, yeah, I feel like if we just say, I'm so sorry this happened, that's just gonna cause
Like,
her to continue
encourage
this
it.
spiral. Yeah. So press
X
to
to
doubt.
Hang on,
Ouch.
girly pop. Hold on.
I can see everything, it's interesting why you feel so blue. Because of the horror show from long ago, there ain't no getting through. A husband who sacrificed and paid the price for you to be free. Wherever he is right now, you'd think somehow that...
Excuse me.
Sorry, I'm on a roll. I don't pretend to know the mind of a god. That's something I never thought I'd say. I'm not the only one here who wants to know. Is leaving now the only way to go?
I'm confused. Who are you? Thank you for sharing, little one. You're 80 years overdue. Now take your seat, you've had your fun. I think you'll find I'm a god, making note of the staggering lack of help. And so no matter what you think you know, this ceremony is the only way to go.
It probably won't end in our favor, but I don't want to take away her agency, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't think it's fair to everybody else later, though, I will say. Do we want to listen to Eros? I know. It's hard. This one's really hard.
I was not expecting difficult decisions today.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Act 2, baby.
I feel
How do we
like...
save scum this game?
No.
No. We're not. You had a thought?
I was just thinking, I'm surprised, like, because part of me was just like, thinking, like, God damn, man, we're gonna have to ignore Apollo for once.
Yeah.
So what is it? It's either like convince her to stop kind of let her grieve how she wants, or just say let Aphrodite do what she feels she needs to do. And like, as a person with trauma, I know I would be fucking pissed if out of nowhere this new bitch was like, why don't I give my opinion on how you handle your trauma? I would kick them in the dick. So like, I mean, that's my, you know, That's your hidden lore for today. You
No,
extrapolate
and
from that what you want.
I understand. And it's one of those things that it's hard to parse because yes, absolutely. But at the same time, kind of like what I was saying, when what you are doing is vastly affecting others, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta say something.
So glad we turned off timed decisions for this game, because holy
Yes.
shit, I would just
I
have
know.
a panic attack.
I know.
Oh, goodness.
Where are the very quiet woos when we need them?
Oh, gosh.
Any opinions from the chat?
Yeah, chat, can you help us? What's the moral opinion of our friends in chat? Please help. Yeah, I have timed decisions turned off because 1, I have decision paralysis, obviously, and 2, I'm streaming this over Discord. So, like, it wasn't gonna work if it was timed anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Chad, if you're here, please speak to us. What do we do?
What do we do?
Because, like, my instinct is still leaning very logic, but, like, also, I never think about the I don't think about the implications of my actions ever. So, I'm very, nearsighted when it comes to, decisions in multifaceted games like this, because I'm like, oh, if this doesn't work, I can just try again on a different timeline and just see what works. But, like, there's implications here, gamers.
Yeah.
I've learned my lesson.
Chat's not going to give us answers. It's going to turn into a coin flip at the end of the day.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh, we have a vote for Eros.
Eros and
Ren also says Eros.
Said Eros. Okay, let's go for it then.
Go
Because
for
I was
Eros.
leaning more Eros as well. Here we go.
Mother, understand.
Damn it!
We've been here before.
Troy Baker could have sucked
And
us.
you deserve more. It will never end. And what you do now will happen again. At the drop of a hat, you know I'll always be here to take care. But nobody asked if I wanted to be constantly here in the event you may slip and remember the love that we have.
That's what I wanna know. Is leaving your family the only way to go?
Does that even make sense?
Sounds like it should, right?
Here's your telltale. This will drastically affect the decision of the story.
She's thinking about it.
She's thinking. To be fair, though, now seeing that this didn't immediately blow up in her face.
Mm-hmm. I think
sometimes you do need a punch to the face. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I think, unfortunately,
remember this.
For this one, I do think we need to say, I can't tell you what to do. But I'm glad that we allowed Eros to say how this affects him, you know? So that way she can kind of come to her own conclusions based on what other people are telling her, you know?
Mm-hmm.
An intervention of sorts.
Yes.
So much I don't know what to do.
In silence, it's
onto you.
timeless, it's precious sympathy. Can
know anything.
all honestly,
A smattering.
modestly take a seat and breathe. 'Cause I'm that kind of a god. Prepare the girl for precious cargo. Just mad about their tragic puppet show. As my memory erases, so will all your faces. Oblivion's the only way to go. The only way to go.
We tried, gamers.
Well, that went about as well as expected, to be fair.
Are you...
I'm fine. I'm still myself. I thought there'd be something more, that I feel her presence, but she's just gone.
She'll be back. But she'll also be you. She'll be different.
I'll try to be ready. I promise.
I'm sorry, Eros.
I'm really sorry, Eros. I know you wanted me to convince Aphrodite to change her mind, but...
It's all right. There's no convincing her, was there?
She didn't have the strength to fight any longer. At least, now she can rest.
I suppose that's true. Before we go, Aphrodite told me you wanted her help to learn about Calliope's death. I'm not my mother, but maybe there's something I can tell you. Do you have any suspects yet?
No.
No,
No,
if we
we
say a
don't.
name, that's a risky biznu.
Not really, no. That's why I came here. I was told Aphrodite knew almost everyone.
She does. She did. If she suspected anyone else of being involved in Calliope's death, she would have mentioned something.
But she was suspicious of someone, and I have an idea who that could be.
You're thinking of Medusa, aren't you?
You know what? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. That would track, wouldn't it?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Wait,
Hold the
what?
phone. That chick who turns people into stone?
Yeah, that's the one.
Medusa works for Athena as, well, as a watcher. That's how Lady Aphrodite described it.
Mother always complained there was something wrong about Medusa, that she would be trouble eventually. Athena disagreed.
If you're gonna start looking into anyone, Grace, start with her.
What
Calm
if
down.
Athena sent Medusa?
It's
To
been a
go
long night.
Calliope?
I'll get you home.
Thank you for everything, Grace. Truly.
I'm just
It was
saying.
a wonderful song.
People keep saying, oh yeah, it can't be Athena, which means it's definitely Athena. Hi, Troy Baker.
Hi, Troy Baker.
So,
Lost in a song.
did they have anything helpful?
Maybe? What do you know about Medusa?
I know she's dangerous, but she does Athena's bidding.
How sure are you of that?
I'm not sure of anything any longer. You aren't thinking of seeking her out, I hope.
Oh.
Maybe.
Maybe. Why are you gonna come with me if I say yes, Troy Baker?
If I can find her, you want to help me find her?
Do you want to help me find her, Troy Baker? Will you help me find her,
I
Troy
am.
Baker?
Do you know where she is?
Not really, no. Medusa makes it her business to stay out of sight. Athena employs her as a spy master, a hound to do her bidding, a vicious hound at that. Athena's not likely to tell either of us where to find Medusa. I can't say for certain who would know. Are you all right, Grace? You seem troubled.
It's been a day, Troy Baker. I haven't slept, Troy Baker. I ignored what you told me to do, Troy Baker. I'm sorry, Troy Baker.
I'm thinking about Calliope's memories, Troy Baker.
What you said earlier about Calliope's memories coming back.
That wasn't how I wanted you to find out. I'm sorry. If you like, we can talk about it later at my place, after you've had some time to digest.
You're inviting me over.
I might do that. Thanks.
I'm so mad we're not.
I suppose you'll be headed home.
Or talk to Pan, yeah.
Then I'll see you soon. Take care of yourself, Grace.
Let's talk to Pan.
Let's talk to Pan. Things got like really real. We do need to go talk to another hot man who will seduce us with his voice. Please. Oh, gorgeous.
I'd say hello, Grace, but I'm afraid that look on your face might be catching.
I missed you.
What is this place?
Please soothe
It's
me.
a garden, darling. Surely even mortals have them.
This building. All those people I pass getting up here. Are they all idols?
Oh, at least some of them. Welcome to Olympus, dear Grace. Our home hidden away in plain sight. Marvelous, isn't it?
The ASMR is off the charts right now. Is Olympus hidden? Keep talking to me, please.
Keep talking to me, Pan. I need you to fix me.
I've passed this part of the city 100 times. I've never seen this building. Was it always here? Or...
Our Lady Hecate provides glamours that allow certain things to go unseen, such as my glorious horns. Olympus is the same. Those invited see it. Those who aren't see exactly what they expect. It's not anywhere as grand as in the old country, but it serves its purpose.
This isn't grand.
I don't know,
I
Pan.
lived on a mountain,
Olympus
Grace.
seems pretty grand to me.
As if mortals would know any better. This isn't the first time you've been here. I'm sure Hermes took you to Athena's dreary office.
That's here? Huh.
Good one, that Hermes. Almost as dull-witted as the original, but biddable.
How many idols are there?
How many idols are there? I've met, what, less than 12?
Oh, I don't know, 20, 30. Our numbers have dwindled so much I've stopped keeping track.
I didn't know there were that many gods.
We're not all equally legendary, it's true. Some idols were barely worshipped, others not at all. Indeed, not all of us are idols. Some are merely immortal. Hangers-on, if you will. You'll meet them all, given time.
Do they live here?
Idols live here? I mean, Calliope didn't, obviously. Apollo doesn't either.
One must have special dispensation from Our Lady of Wisdom, Athena, before they can take up a private dung heap like Apollo's.
Am I gonna have to give up my apartment?
That's rather putting the cart before the horse, darling. First, you must outlive the week.
Right. Good point. You asked me to meet you here?
I did. Though I feared you might decline, considering your rather callous rejection earlier.
I'm sorry, we're romancing
Regardless,
Freddy.
my pride is intact, as is the favor you owe me, which I now wish to collect.
I was expecting this.
Oh, sure. I'm totally in a position to help others right now. Lay it on me.
Here's the thing. A friend has begged for my help, and you're far better suited than I to offer what he requires.
Orpheus?
I'll give you a key to reach the reliquary where he resides. You help him, and then we're even.
Orpheus?
If that's not enough incentive, the reliquary is also where you'll find the lovely Hecate. A sorceress of her power can lead your quest. What do you say?
Anthony Rapp, Allegra Clark?
What kind of favor is this?
This person I'm to help. What does he want? And why can't you do it?
Well, Grace, there are some things you're better equipped to handle than I. This, as I understand it, is a delicate matter of the heart.
Orpheus?
One that requires a muse's hand.
Orpheus!
A matter of the heart.
What, did you think I was sending you to rough someone up? Set something aflame? Don't be absurd. The man has an issue with his love life.
Orpheus!
Even if you can't help him, I'll treat the effort as worth the favor.
That's it?
So that's it? Fix up someone's love life? Nothing trickier than that?
Oh, the way you talk, Grace. It makes me blush.
Well, it's just that...
I trade in willing favors, Grace. If I didn't, no one would want to do as I ask, and then where would I be? I may seem untrustworthy, but allow me to reassure you. If I wish you harm, you will walk into that harm knowingly and with open arms.
Oh! Oh, god damn it!
I know.
Fuck!
Woo!
Can we talk to Freddy, please? This is not working out well in our favor. God
That's
damn you.
reassuring.
That's exactly what someone untrustworthy would say.
It will not take you long to learn, dear Grace, that among the idols there are fewer truth-tellers than there are liars. Truths can be hard, after all. But deception? Deception is as boring as it is simple.
Would Hecate really help me?
Will Allegra Clark be beneficial to me?
This Hecate, do you think she could help me?
If she's of a mind. She is the goddess of dark magic, the creator of all our marvelous glamours. If anyone can help you, it is she.
And if she's not of a mind?
Then she won't help you. Grace, that part is up to you. I can't be expected to do everything, can I?
What's a reliquary?
Yeah, can we cover this very quick?
What is this reliquary? Doesn't that have something to do with the bones of saints or something?
Not those relics. Our relics. The relics of ancient gods. Magical treasures collected over thousands of years.
Oh, the Catholic Church is
Books,
gonna love
mainly.
this game.
We store them in a faraway place so no one unsavory can get their hands on them.
Unsavory like you?
Unsavory like most. Athena has decreed that these relics are not to be used by any save Hecate and herself.
Oh, really,
A rather dull
Athena?
waste of so much amassed knowledge and power, but who am I to judge? I'm not leader of the chorus.
Is it dangerous?
Is it dangerous?
If these relics are off limits, does that mean they're dangerous?
Some, but I'm not asking you to chase after any of that nonsense. In fact, I'd advise against it.
But what if one of those relics could help me?
My, such an adventurer you are. It's possible, but ask Hecate first. She, and I mean this with complete and uncharacteristic seriousness, is not an idol you or anyone wishes to cross.
I'll consider it.
I'll think about it, but no promises.
Marvelous. The gentleman you seek is named
Oh,
Asterion. Lovely fellow, quite harmless. Now, if there's
Man,
nothing
I feel
else
like I
you
could make a
need.
joke that would be really funny if I played Baldur's Gate 3.
No, not the Baldur's Gate 3, just the... What do you know about Medusa?
What do you know about Medusa?
That depends. What can you tell me about Medusa?
That is a rather peculiar subject change.
Her name came
Couldn't
up at
flirt with
Aphrodite's
you, I'm
party.
sorry.
I'd like to look into it.
You'll find Medusa at a dingy little club appropriately named the Viper's Nest. Give her my regards. Do tell me you'll be careful if you go there, Grace. Medusa is a hideous creature and should be treated as such.
They're giving us so many options.
Please,
I'm
sorry. I'm not the one who said we'd be monogamous this run.
I looked up if you could do polyamory. You can't. I wanted it so bad, but you can't.
All I'm saying is that next run we eat deliciously. I have an order written down, and it is we romance Freddy as long as we don't fuck up.
Yeah.
And then we romance Pan, and then we romance Apollo. And then I think Aphrodite or Venus, or not Aphrodite, Persephone.
Persephone, yeah.
And then Venus.
If Venus is an option.
If Venus better be an option.
What does that mean?
What does that mean, Pan?
Okay, I give up.
How do you mean?
A hideous creature.
With a great deal of respect, if you know what's good for you. I'll send a package to your domicile that contains directions and the key you'll need to reach the reliquary.
I said no promises.
Well, if you decide to go, Grace, you'll still need all those things. Say hello to darling Hecate on my behalf, will you?
Good God, okay. There's so much. Well, let's go see Persephone, since there's an option to see Persephone, I guess.
Let's go see Persephone.
Mommy, sorry.
Mommy, sorry.
As I recall, Grace, when I said stay or leave, you chose to leave. If it wasn't clear,
Yeah, well, I'm here
I
now.
don't give second chances. Or did you have some other reason for darkening my doorstep?
Just want to say hi.
Can I enjoy the club?
Couldn't be here for the cool music and a drink? I definitely need one.
Am I supposed to believe you're here to blow off steam?
Well, you could
Why not?
say that.
Don't you ever?
Oh? Oh!
I could drink. Lady, you have my respect and admiration.
You'll have an idol's fortitude in time. Now, however, I need to call our little evening to an end.
This is how we flirt with Persephone!
Women, oh God. Women, will you help me now?
Will you help me, Mommy?
I don't suppose our bonding time changed your mind even a teensy little bit?
No, you have
And
to
here's
fuck
the
her,
ulterior motive
and
at last.
then she'll help you.
Can it be both? I like both.
Hey!
Let me be frank. I need my allies to be all in. You're not, and you never will be. But one last word of advice before you go. If you want to survive, don't look to anyone else for help. Not Apollo, not Pan, not even me.
Apollo would help
You
me.
walked away from my offer, and I respect that. Make your choices and live with them.
Okay.
Well, that was worth it. We figured out how to flirt with Persephone.
Talk to Freddy.
Let's go actually flirt with somebody.
Hopefully.
Freddy! Are you drunk a little bit?
So what's the news, Miss Muse?
Miss Muse.
Well, does a muse have a proper form of address? I just want to hear what exciting adventures you've been having.
Well, I went to a party held by the goddess of love, and she died.
Man, I always miss the really good parties. Here I was, sitting at home,
Freddy.
just reading a book.
Freddy, please.
Everything else okay, though? Do we know who the killer is yet?
Not just yet, no.
Okay, well, let me know if there's anything I can do. If I have to hustle to become your high priestess, well, so be it.
How are Kaz and Brian, I guess? God, just let me flirt with her,
Let me
game.
flirt
Just
with
let me
you.
flirt with
Come
her.
on.
What What are Kaz and Brian up to? You didn't tell them anything, did you?
No, I told them you came home, that you're okay, but that you're having a moment. They send their love.
Should we tell them, do you think?
What for? They have their own problems. Plus, Brian can't keep a secret to save his life, and Kaz is officially homeless.
Is he still crashing on Brian's couch?
Grace, you do know that Brian doesn't have a couch, right? Just some giant beanbag things?
Then where is Kaz Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cute. They'll tell us when they're ready. But right now, it's best just to not mix them up in this.
Sorry about the band.
Mabby.
I should really apologize about the band. This kind of puts a dent in your plans, doesn't it?
You're right, Grace. How dare you sabotage my dreams? I am so mad I could spit.
You know what I mean. Nobody could have seen this coming, sure, but it's always been something with me.
Well, as I see it, there are two ways this goes down. One, neither of us gets back to the band. It was just a thing we did for a while before I founded a cult in your name. Or two, we get back to it and the band now has the Muse as its lead singer. Edge of Elysium becomes the coolest and most appropriate band name ever.
Ugh, I still really hate that name.
Look, Grace, you can't be the source of all the drama and name the band, okay? That's the rule.
Features the word Elysium in it, you know? I think it would be a really great band name.
I know a really specific town where it would just blow up.
What do you know about the gods, TM?
Hey, babe, can you info dump to me about your hyperfixation?
Exactly how much do you know about the Greek gods, Freddie?
I know my Greek mythology, but what I've read clearly doesn't line up with who they are today. Or who they ever were, maybe.
Still might be useful. There's got to be some truth to those stories, right?
Maybe. Who do you want to hear about?
Troy Baker.
Literally!
What about Apollo?
Okay, so the prophecy stuff checks out. Apollo was god of the sun and light, but also kind of enlightenment in general. He's always talked about as this beautiful and cultured god involved with the arts and the muses, kind of a Renaissance man before the Renaissance.
He's clearly had a rough time since those days.
Well, he was also a giant horn dog, Grace. I can list off like a dozen men and women Apollo has had as lovers, and there's probably more.
Weren't they all like that, though?
I mean, Apollo's no Zeus. He never assaulted anyone as a swan. And no, they aren't all like that. Our sun god had a reputation.
Calliope.
Do you know anything about the muses? Or Calliope in particular?
Yeah, for starters, there were supposed to be 9. Though I guess there are some sources that said there were only 4, maybe 3. Each of the muses had her specialty. Did you know that Calliope is supposed to be the muse of epic poetry? She inspired the Odyssey.
Wow. I don't even like poetry.
Yeah, it was said her singing voice was unmatched. So they got that part right, at least.
Did she also lead the ancient Greeks in giant choreographed dance numbers?
No, but she once turned a bunch of snobby princesses into magpies, so there's that.
Persephone.
Tell me what you know about Persephone.
Honestly, she's the least like her stories. Usually, she's either a victim or just the wife of Hades, or both.
And that's it? She was kidnapped by Hades, end of story?
Pretty much. Her mother was so angry, she created winter. But otherwise, Persephone was just your average sweet and virginal fertility goddess.
You're right, that doesn't sound like her at all.
Must be hard to be defined by this one thing that happened to you thousands of years ago. I'd be pissed if everyone thought my story ended there.
Well, she is pretty pissed. That much is true.
Pan.
You said Pan was some kind of lust god, right?
Yeah, kind of. Pan's a god of the wild, and I guess that translates into a sort of lustfulness and earthiness, humping nymphs in the forest sort of thing.
And you don't like him?
Honestly, he's exactly what I'd expect him to be. All the stories say he's a lech and a beast. The Christians equated him with the devil. Weirdly, he's also the only god who's supposed to have died, though it's never really clear how or why. Anyhow, there's a great statue depicting Pan having sex with a goat. Next time you see him, you gotta ask him about it.
I will.
I will make sure to.
Athena.
What about Athena? Is she really supposed to be the goddess of wisdom?
Sure, but mostly that's meant as tactical knowledge. Athena wasn't all sweetness and light. She was a warrior goddess. She was also the goddess of heroes. There are loads of stories where Athena helps guys like Odysseus or Jason or Perseus.
No female heroes back in those days?
Yeah, guess not. Women were the weaker sex, which maybe is why Athena was portrayed as being vindictive. She cursed Medusa, one of her own priestesses. She turned people into spiders, struck them blind, started the Trojan War. It's the whole thing.
Not being as wise as advertised is on brand for her then.
Get her ass.
The idols.
Just how many of these gods are there? From what I've heard, lots of idols live around here.
Well, there are tons of minor gods in Greek mythology, hundreds even, depending on how you define them. Oddly, there is never any mention of the word idols in relation to them. Maybe it's like how people worshipped idols?
I sort of assumed it was related to the eidolon.
Which is a Greek word, but I think it means ghost. An image of someone after they die.
Makes sense.
Me? I'm more amazed at all the big names missing. Not just Zeus and Hades, most of the Olympians seem to be gone. Makes you think about what's been lost. But also, what might still be out there.
Sorry, I can't see. Other gods. My cat just crawled on me.
You think there might be other gods out there?
Well, there are all those gods the idols say wandered off. We don't know they're dead for sure, right? They could be living it up in Australia. Who would know? Then there are all the other mythologies, hundreds of cultures, each with their own pantheon. So what's so special about the Greeks? That only their gods are real, right? All those other pantheons could be living in secrecy, just like the idols. And that means they're hidden from each other, too. Oh, they could be everywhere and no one would know.
It's like a whole other secret side to the world.
Yeah, that's cool, right? I hope I get to meet Ganesha one day. Or maybe Lakshmi? Oh.
She's so cute. I have no other option. I would love to hear
I
your
wonder how
input
much of
on
those
all
stories
that.
are true.
Yeah, it's hard to
Why can't I
say.
flirt with
I'm
your
giving you
Freddy?
the quick version. There are reams of textbooks out there covering all this, but even they rarely agree with each other.
Really? Nothing definitive?
Ancient Greece was 3,000 years ago, Grace. Not much information survived all that time, if it was even valid to begin with.
How have the idols stayed a secret?
You know what I find weird? That the idols have managed to remain completely secret all these years. Sure, they have magic and whatnot, but in all this time, nobody's found them out? Athena is that good?
Who says nobody has found them out? The way I see it, it's like UFOs.
Okay, I have to hear this.
Okay, so you could have real evidence that UFOs exist and that governments have covered it up and people still wouldn't believe it. Why? Because they'd get laughed at if they admitted it. Imagine the headline, Greek gods exist and are living among us. What website would even run that?
Weird conspiracy ones. Yeah, you're right.
God damn it.
It is contractually bound.
Okay,
No more
that's enough questions for now.
You sure? I can talk all day. You know I can.
I'll check back with you soon, Freddy. Time for more mystery solving.
I did not get to flirt with Freddy once.
I know. Anyway, Troy Baker, how's it going?
Fuck the plot. We're talking to Troy Baker. Daddy, sorry. Daddy, sorry.
Hello again. I can't remember the last time I had guests so frequently. I did tell you we could discuss your memories and the Eidolon more in depth after the party. Did you have any questions, or?
No, I just wanted to see you.
How many times have you died?
Yeah, please, Troy Baker, can you give me any trauma dumping? Any more?
How many times have you died? Can I ask that?
Well, We call it passing on, meeting the eidolon, and it's fine. I've passed on 12 times that I can recall.
So your name isn't really Apollo?
Most recently it was Lucas. Everyone Lucas ever knew is gone, however, so these days I prefer Apollo again.
Lucas? Seems weird to think of you as a Lucas.
It was weird for him, too. Much like yourself, Lucas becoming Apollo was somewhat of a surprise.
Sounds like there's a story there.
Tell me about Lucas.
Tell me about Lucas. Tell me about Lucas.
Tell me about this Lucas. How did he become you? Or is it how you became Apollo?
Apollo had taken to surfing. He left the city without permission and roamed the coast looking for... Well, I'm not sure now. Whatever it was, he found it one night when a giant wave took him down. He was drowning, and I thought, this is finally it. But it wasn't. Lucas saw Apollo struggling and swam out to save him. He pulled us ashore, but it was too late. It took a long time to realize what happened. I didn't return to the city until years later. By then, everyone thought I was Apollo's chosen successor.
So no trial for you, huh?
It wasn't easy at first, without memories or anyone to guide me, but no, nothing like that.
Well, that's not fair. What if Lucas hadn't been there?
Wait, what would have happened if Lucas hadn't tried to rescue you? What if no one was there when you...
When I died, then the eidolon of Apollo's line would have ended forever, I think.
You think?
There have been stories about eidolons that survive for a time and go wandering. That's probably all they are, though. Stories. It's not something we've had much opportunity to study, but normally death without passing on is how an idol really dies. Forever.
Will I feel different as I change? This is so heavy today.
Oh my God.
When all these memories start to return, will I feel different?
Well, let's see. It starts as dreams you'll have of places you've never been, people you've never met, fleeting images, feelings. Then they'll appear while you're awake. You'll be eating breakfast and suddenly recall when you last ate something similar in the 17th century. The only difficult part is that eventually it can be hard to differentiate between your life and all those other lives. They blend together.
It does sound confusing.
A little, yeah. And not all the memories will be good ones. It can take time to process.
Will I still remember my own life?
You said it becomes hard to differentiate your life from the others. How hard, exactly? It'll still be me, right?
Grace, would you say that who you are is at least in part due to your experiences?
I guess so, sure.
Well, you'll have a lot more experiences. They won't feel like someone else's either. It will feel like you did all those things. They will shape who you are now, just as they shaped Calliope and all those who came before her. The good news is, you won't get all the memories. Each time we pass on, the older memories fade.
Well, you could have told me about that before the whole Aphrodite thing then. Shit.
That would have been good to know, Troy Baker.
That
What the fuck?
really would have been good to know, actually. How is fading memories a good thing?
Wait, how is it good that old memories start to fade?
We're many thousands of years old, Grace. If all of those memories returned with perfect clarity, you'd drown in them.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean you've all forgotten so much?
Tell me, how much do you remember from when you were a small child?
Bits and pieces, I guess. Not much.
It's the same for us. The further I try to think back, the more blurry it becomes. I remember the important bits, but little else. Some of the really old memories. There's so many mortal stories that get mixed up with them, things my previous selves learned as legends. It becomes hard to tell. It takes time, Grace. You'll remember all the lives you've led, but at a pace you can handle, and nothing more.
Bye, Troy Baker.
Bye, Troy Baker.
It's a lot to consider. Assuming I'll even have time to worry about it, what with the trial coming.
Hopefully this eases whatever concerns you might have had. Anything else you'd like to discuss while you're here?
Okay, never mind. Not bye, Troy Baker. Tell me about yourself, Troy Baker.
Talk to me, Troy Baker.
I'd like to know a little more about you. All I know is you live in a dump, you have an oracle, and you...
I'm not sure what to tell you. One day has bled into the next for so long I feel like I've been lost in the spaces in between.
Wow, that's a bit dramatic.
Yeah, well, it comes naturally. Music and the arts were once under my purview as a god.
How did that get decided? Did you have a big hat full of pieces of paper and you all picked at random?
No, we chose them for ourselves. Some, at least. Others were given to us by our priests. We collected godly responsibilities like marbles.
People collect marbles?
Oh, or whatever it is mortals collect these days. Cars, perhaps? The point is, we took our godly duties very seriously.
What were you like as a god?
You must have been very different back when you were a proper god.
I think most of us were. We saw ourselves as, teachers. Mortals were our students, and we guided them to enlightenment. We thought we were special, infallible. I was as magnificent as the sun, and I surrounded myself with those who basked in my radiance.
That doesn't sound like you.
Yeah, I was arrogant. If there was a man or woman I desired, then I had to have them, or there would be consequences. You wouldn't have liked me.
Troy Baker.
I wouldn't have liked me.
Troy Baker.
Troy Baker. Why can't I flirt at that line? God damn it!
Whew, why is Persephone so mad at you, huh?
Yeah, we don't have time to unpack that, Jack. We gotta kink shame each other in the privacy of our own home.
Yeah.
Why was Persephone angry at you, Troy Baker?
So what is Persephone's beef with you exactly? Is it just about what Hades did to her?
That's no small thing.
It seems more personal than that.
I mentioned how Persephone's kidnapping almost meant war between Olympus and Hades, yes? Well, while this was all going on, Persephone managed to escape the underworld, and I'm the one she encountered first.
Uh-oh.
Hades was hot on her heels, and I had a choice. Either do battle with Hades and start the war right then and there, or let him take her back. Zeus would have had my head if I had sparked a war. Yet all I still think of are Persephone's eyes as Hades smugly took back his prisoner. It's not my finest moment.
I'm sorry, just having that just out in the open right there, just after all of this. Have you ever tried
therapy? Meanwhile, I'm thinking about, damn, I can hear the faintest, bass level noise in the recording booth because Troy Baker, fucking whispered that line like a pro. And then here it cut back out. And I was like, oh, damn, fuck, he put his pussy into that. And then, I did not even read that. I was still thinking about that. I'm just thinking, oh, not my finest moment parallels from the last time we talked to Persephone. Why therapy?
Therapy king.
Apollo, have you ever tried, I don't know, talking to someone about how you feel?
I will never understand this modern fascination with therapy and focusing on one's feelings.
Me neither, Troy
It
Baker.
might help. You never know.
Yes, I've tried it. There was one I used to speak to. Hecate enchanted him never to reveal what I told him. I don't know that unburdening myself to the man helped. He wasn't exactly trained for this sort of problem.
It is kind of hard to relate to a god, sure.
I do appreciate the thought. But I'm afraid muddling through is as good as it gets for us.
So true, Troy Baker, so true.
Let's talk about the idols.
I'd like to know a little more about the idols. I am one now, right?
You are. What would you like to know?
Well, what are we? Where did we come from?
Hey, Apollo, what
if an
are
idol is
we?
a soul that moves from person to person, it must have started somewhere, right?
The short answer is, we don't know. If I think far enough back, I can remember bits and pieces. I remember my first Pythian games, the day the idols split in two over Troy, the day my first son died. But before that, nothing. None of us do. I vaguely recall the very first Apollo many thousands of years ago, but was he the original? Did he appear out of the ether? I couldn't tell you.
How can you not know where you're from?
Psst. Isn't it strange to not know where you come from? For all you know, the idols could be aliens.
Interesting. The notion that there might be some other place far away where we're the norm is comforting. Sadly, our memories are filled with blanks. There was a war with beings we called the Titans. A terrible conflict where half our number died, yet do I remember a single battle. The last was after Rome fell. Zeus called us together to relay the news, told us to prepare for battle. And then, in the blink of an eye, I was in the 16th century. What made us forget 1,000 years? What happened during that time? We don't know. Athena calls that period the gap.
Tell me more about this gap.
The gap you mentioned.
Tell me
What
about
was
the
that
gap,
like?
Troy Baker.
Did you just wake up one day, or...
I know I was alive. I passed on my eidolon who knows how many times, yet the moment I woke up, as you call it, all memory of that period was gone. It was Athena who found us. I was in France, I think. She came to my farm, and the moment I laid eyes on her, I just knew. It all came back. Did someone do that to us? Did we scatter to the winds for 1,000 years on purpose? It's a mystery.
What about Athena? I mean, she's the one who found you, right? She must have been aware.
Athena claims she awoke on her own and spent the next century locating the other idols. We've pieced together very little of the gap or of our origins. We simply live with it. Gods we may be, but I'm afraid we don't have all the answers.
Let's talk about Calliope before trauma
we
dumping
get-
about the sun.
Uh-oh. Hey. Tell me about Calliope.
Tell me more about Calliope. You and her were good friends, right?
For centuries, we were far more. I was the god of the arts, and the muses were my constant companions. We went everywhere together. They had many names, but the three most common were Clio, Talia, and Calliope. The sisters of beauty, I called them, though they weren't always women.
I never thought of that. Do idols change gender a lot?
Most of us seek out inheritors who are like us, I suppose, but not all. Calliope, in fact, was a man in our previous incarnation. Christoph, I think his name was. A poet Calliope adored. I was surprised when she made him a muse.
Who was Calliope after? Oh my god. Sorry. Cat. Yep, that one.
Who did Calliope become after that poet, Christoph?
You have to realize we're already into the period where Calliope and I weren't really speaking. She showed up one day in her new form, the one you met. An opera singer whose name she never revealed. We fought, as I recall. I told her she couldn't pass on every time she met an artist she fell in love with. Eventually she'd forget everything about who we were and where we came from. She said she'd rather forget than wallow in old memories like I or the other idols were doing. It was time to wake up and make the best of our situation. Calliope was an idealist without compromise. Always. She hated what we'd become, what I'd become. She wasn't wrong.
Could it be that Calliope killed herself?
Not impossible.
You and Calliope fought often?
We'll get to the sun boy in a second.
From how you describe it, you and Calliope fought a lot.
As often as we saw each other, which became less and less as time wore on. However, she fought with everyone. Calliope hated the idols being kept secret. She and Athena would get into screaming matches over the rules, and it got so I could no longer protect her. She moved out of Olympus years ago and kept to herself. I just assumed she was wrapped up with some new artist when I got the news.
Do you regret not making up with her?
Every day I think about our last conversation and what I should have said or done differently. The problem with immortality is that you think you have all the time in the world.
Weren't there good things?
It wasn't only fighting with Calliope, right? Surely there were good things too.
Is that how it sounds? No, she was marvelous. A force to be reckoned with if there ever was one. In the darkest days during the war, it was her songs that gave us hope. She kept Aphrodite alive through sheer determination, I think. Calliope cared. About us, about art, about people she'd only just met. It was her greatest strength as well as her greatest weakness.
I wonder why she picked me. I don't feel like I'm any of those things.
You underestimate yourself, Grace. I see a lot of her in you. She chose well.
Why can't I flirt on that line? Jesus Christ. Are we just like done flirting with Apollo? What the fuck?
What happened to the other muses? We're still gonna avoid the sun question.
We'll get to the sun boy when we get to the sun boy.
What
The
happened to
boy
the other
son.
muses? You mentioned 2 others. Were they lost in the war?
Cleo perished
Ow,
centuries
that was my
before,
wrist.
Oh!
the victim of an obsessed writer she'd spurned. He kept her in a cage as his personal muse.
Ugh, that's pretty dark.
It was. By the time we found her, she was already... Well, it's enough to say her captor didn't survive her for long. Talia, however, was lost to us on the very last day of the war. We were about to leave on the ship, but she just never showed up.
Do you know what happened to her?
We never found out. I worried for years, even hired people to look, but as far as I can tell, she up and vanished into smoke that day.
She turned
The
into
war
a
had ground her down. I was upset, but Not surprised.
There's a tree on the hill upon half the hill that watches over us, silent and still. Hi, Nav.
Enough. Anyway, time for Sun Boy Boy Sun.
Time for Sun Boy Boy Sun. Thank you, Water.
Earlier you mentioned your son dying. Did I hear that right? Can idols have children?
It was rare, but yes. Back in ancient times, some of them even became idols themselves.
Some of the idols are actually family, then.
Not anymore. Most of our children met terrible ends. A gift of the fates, perhaps. I don't know. The ones who weren't idols... It's hard, watching your children grow old and die. Never understanding why they can't have the same immortality you do, why you can't grant it to them. My first son is why I'm not permitted in Hades any longer. Let's simply say that most idols have stopped having children, and maybe leave it at that.
Tell me about the war.
Tell me more about the war. It seems to have had a huge effect on all of you.
I don't think we would have left the old world otherwise. It was home.
From Aphrodite's song, I know Ares betrayed everyone. What did you do?
I caused it. I foresaw what was going to happen, so I tried to prevent it. I told Ares. I figured if the god of war couldn't stop what was to come, then...
And that's why he betrayed everyone.
He decided the idols were a lost cause. Because I told him we were.
My upstairs neighbor's dog shut up challenge failed once again. Okay. Anyway. Prophecies suck, dude.
Prophecies suck, man.
Has your power ever helped anyone? Even once?
On occasion. The fates are cruel, however, and they don't like being meddled with. My time afterwards was spent helping the survivors, keeping us on the move. If Hephaestus hadn't intervened, we would have all been captured.
And he's...
Oh, gone now, we assume, like so many others. We are nothing more than refugees from a war long over, Grace.
Was it hard to come to the new world?
Was it hard for the idols to come to the new world?
It's
just a place like any other, isn't it?
I don't think it was the place so much as the condition we were in. Shell-shocked, one might say. Our entire world had been turned upside down. Suddenly, we had rules. Secrecy was paramount, and no one was permitted to leave the city. Some, like my sister Artemis, couldn't abide it.
Yeah, I've heard the name.
Goddess of the hunt. And a wild thing herself. She left, I think. Faded away without a word. As many did in the early days here. Later, Athena became even more strict. For our own good, of course, but it hasn't been easy. This city has never felt like home, so much as a temporary shelter.
Goodbye, Troy Baker.
Goodbye, Troy Baker. Thank you for talking at us for about 30 minutes, Troy Baker. It was really nice.
That's all I can think of for now. I'll see you around.
Of course. I look forward to it.
I look forward to it, Troy Baker. Talk to Apollo! Just go right back. All right.
Okay, let's go to the reliquary. Let's go see Hecate.
I think there should be an achievement for talking to Apollo 37 times.
Oh,
Hi,
Freddy's
Freddy!
here with us. Okay,
When I
hey.
opened that shipping container, I was expecting, I don't know, rats.
Yeah.
Instead we have... Where the
Does this
hell
mean
are
that,
we?
like, Freddy
hard to
just
say.
waited outside
Weren't we
Apollo's
going to some
beach
kind of
shack the
library?
whole time?
Like, hold on, give me a second, I need to go. And she's just like kind of sitting there. Like, you come back outside, she's like half dozed off, and you're like, Fred, and she's like, what? And it's like, we're going. And it's like, why are you in there for like 45 minutes?
I had to
took
be
longer
trauma
than-
dumped too, okay?
Well, and you didn't invite me?
I thought you'd like it.
Yeah, Pan said there would be books. You like books, right?
I do like books.
See, there you go. Apparently this reliquary place has all the books you could ever dream of.
A reliquary? Ooh, I bet it has relics. I want a wand of fireballs.
You are such a nerd.
Speaking of, how much do you actually know about Hecate and this idol you're supposed to help?
Nothing. Tell me about Hecate.
Tell me about Hecate. I know Allegra Clark, and that's it.
Do you know anything about this Hecate? It's not a name that rings bells.
Let's see. Well, she was the goddess of witchcraft, the really dark kind.
Oh.
But she's never really portrayed as evil. She was more of an outsider, lived alone, off in her little corner of the underworld. Do you think that's where we could be? Oh, that is so cool. Oh, I bet knowledge is important to her. It could be an angle if you talk to her.
But we're stupid, Freddy.
We're so dumb, Freddy.
stupid. Please.
Freddy, we're idiots.
You're amazing, but we're so stupid.
I'm so glad I brought you, Freddy. I wouldn't know the first thing about any of this.
Special
Women.
CG!
Well, I hope it's actually helpful to tell you these things.
Why wouldn't it be?
Because it could all be wrong. I would have never pegged Apollo for a surfer dude with confidence issues.
I would have pegged Apollo.
Yeah, good point.
So about this idol we're helping.
What's the Ren, if you're still here, what's the, thank you, Ren, I would have never pegged Apollo. About this idol or help.
The idol we're here to help is named Asterion.
And you know who that is, right?
No. Should I?
That's the Minotaur's real name. You know, big bullhead, horns, lives in a giant labyrinth.
Pan did not mention
I
that.
thought it was Asterius.
Why am I not surprised?
Is the Minotaur dangerous?
This Minotaur. You don't think he might be dangerous, do you?
Well, traditionally he eats people, but he was also supposed to have been slain by the hero Theseus.
Well, not so slain after all. Pan says he has a problem with his love life.
Maybe he needs to stop eating all his girlfriends? Okay, I knew that sounded wrong the moment I said it.
Okay, before you go on, I really, really hope that this game takes a page from Supergiant Hades' game and has his lover be Theseus. I'm desperate.
Please, 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 hold on. Let me, okay. You know what? There's nothing saying that it can't be that. So we're just gonna hope, because I think that would be funny.
We should go inside instead of standing out here in the fog.
It's more of a mist, really.
A mist potentially full of monsters.
In we go, then.
See, I'm saying someone
Are you
here
really
read Rick
planning on
Riordan.
doing that favor for Pan?
This is my specialty.
Bard points.
Meddle in love lives? Sweet Talk, the goddess of witchcraft? Freddy, who are you dealing with?
The master meddler and sweet talker.
Good girl.
Damn straight.
I look forward to seeing you in operation. There's no way at all this could go poorly.
Freddy is so great.
Large.
Mommy.
Large.
Large.
Large. Tall.
I guess the Titan thing is literal, huh?
Mortals within the reliquary. Who permits this intrusion, this sacrilege? This knowledge is not meant for the likes of you. I shall grind you into the dust from whence you came!
Please do.
Let me introduce
myself.
myself.
So I'm Grace. This is Freddie.
I am really sorry if we startled you. My name is Grace. We've never met before, but, I'm the new muse.
And I'm Freddie. Big fan.
If I broke a rule, I apologize. Pan didn't mention anything about that, I'm afraid.
You are Grace?
Then Calliope is dead. Is that now? I thought that was not for another 11 months yet.
There she is.
You knew it would happen?
Wait, what? You knew Calliope was going to die?
No, I am not informed of this for another 11 months and 3 days.
Or I could just tell you now?
That cannot be. It is written. Yes, it's right here. Calliope joins Grace's band. They become friends. Months later, there is an automobile accident and...
An accident? No, that's not what happened.
Are you saying the books are wrong?
You have a
You have a problem?
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Are you okay?
Sorry. I nearly knocked my computer off.
Oh, no!
Oh, my God. Hold on. My headphones got unplugged. Hold on.
Oh, no!
Oh, God. Did that fuck everything up? Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Are you good?
I'm sorry.
You still sound
I'm
fine.
good. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, I pulled on a cord and nearly sent my computer careening.
Oh, no.
Anyway. This is the one instance where I'm like, oh, thank God we're stupid. Seems so.
Whoops.
They're wrong about this.
The books say
Calliope was
oopsie
murdered
daisy.
just a few days ago.
That
Misprint.
is impossible.
I don't know what to tell you.
You will explain. We will both sit and you will explain. There will be tea. Curious. It is clear something unanticipated has occurred, something outside the realm of fate.
Is that even possible?
It is, but I must follow the threads back to their source to find the origin of the deviation. It may take years of research.
Years? I don't have years.
That is unfortunate. If there is nothing else, I must ask you both to leave so I may begin at once.
I enjoy her.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I just... What's the opposite of me and the bad bitch I pulled by being autistic, and me and the autistic bad bitch I pulled? The autistic I pulled by being a bad bitch.
Dog seems to agree.
Can't you speed that up, girly pop?
Girly pop.
Is there no way to speed that up? Whoever's behind it might be the murderer.
Such threads are not so easily untangled. I must consult the Moirai, if indeed they are not the ones responsible.
The Moi what?
You might know them as the Fates. They, or any beings of a sufficiently cosmic nature, have the power to undo the order of things.
That does not sound good.
Certainly not. They are also not beings I can summon at a whim to solve your mystery. I am sorry.
Can I meet Asterion?
Can I meet Asterion?
Actually, I came here to speak to Asterion. If, he is here.
A visitor for Asterion. How strange.
Okay, music kicked in.
Oh Lord, he coming?
Oh Lord, he coming.
Oh Lord, he coming.
Is that a thing? I didn't know.
Wow, okay. Freddy was right.
As if there was any doubt.
My old friend, this is Grace. She is our muse from the line of Calliope, and it is she who asked for you.
I want a little stuffy of him.
Oh my god.
I want a little stuffed animal of Asterion. Oh god.
So cute.
Oh my god, he's so adorable.
Can we talk?
Can we talk?
Hi there. Can we talk? Somewhere in private?
Talk? What, you and me? Why? What about?
You know, about a delicate matter that maybe you needed help with.
Oh, nope. No, no idea what you're talking about. No delegates here.
There you have it, Grace. I believe now is the time when you leave.
But
I would
must
die
be
for
some
Asterion.
mistake.
It's been 3
There
seconds.
is no mistake. Not this time.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm not going.
It is written.
Did you hear that? Pan sends me all this way and Asterion won't even talk to us?
Maybe there's another Asterion?
Yeah, more likely Pan's got me chasing my tail. This was pointless.
Well, I don't think we're getting back inside. Do you have another plan?
Powers time.
Powers. I want to hear Allegra Clark sing.
I don't know if my powers will even work on Hecate, but it's worth a shot.
Ooh, a musical number. Do you think this one could be... do you hear what I'm hearing?
Oh, you're still here? I had to run the entire... Oh, that's a long way, innit? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to send you away, alright? I just couldn't tell you, not in front of Kate.
Then tell me now.
Oh, me.
Maybe now you can tell me what this big favor is.
Come on, isn't it obvious?
I heard what you said about Calliope. I can help you. I really, really can. It has to be you. I am so in love with my dear sweet Kate. I just don't know how to tell her. Please help me tell her.
You're in love with Hecate?
Don't blame you.
Let me get this straight. You're in love with Hecate. That Hecate.
Oh, mate, Kate is... She's just the best. Like, she knows everything and she always smells so good. Like, she's so nice to me and she doesn't even have to be. Oh, we got stuck in the tower together because we can't live in the mortal world. I know I could make her happy. Well, I want to try. Oh, won't you help me?
Why not talk to Hecate?
Have you tried, I don't know, talking to her about how you feel? I take that as a no.
I don't have the words. I've tried.
Can I be your replacement,
Every time
Kate?
I end up knocking over a table or killing a cat or talking about how sometimes meat has that grisly texture I don't like.
Autism!
Killed her cat? Oh, no.
We're focusing on two different
It was
things.
a small cat. I panicked. I'm just not good at words. Right? Really not good.
Why Kate?
Do you really call Hecate
Why,
Kate? Off topic, I know, but I have to ask.
Well, sometimes she has to go into the mortal world for a short time and do things for Athena.
Uh-huh. And...
Well, she had to make up a magic disguise, a new identity. And I thought she should give it a proper name.
And you suggested Kate?
Yeah, she really liked it. She said, "Thank you, Asterion."
We're behaving.
Really, the minotaur?
I'm
The
behaving
Minotaur.
at least. I don't know about you.
Are you really the Minotaur? Like, The monster who roamed a maze and ate people?
And is supposed to be dead.
Well, my father locked me up in a labyrinth, but I never ate anyone.
Oh, well, that's good.
Except Theseus. But he was a bellend.
Hell yeah.
He's an asshole, I'll take it.
Let's assume I help you.
Okay, so you're in love with Hecate. What is it you think I can do?
A muse knows about poetry and the heart and how to make words beautiful. All I want is to ask her, but I need good words. You know, please say you'll help me.
I don't want to ask for a favor in return. I'd help this man. I'd die for him.
I would die for this man. I would kill for this man. I would live for this man.
What if she turns you down? I guess that's the
least
option.
bad question. And on it, like the most safety net realistic. That would be my next question.
Hecate might say no. You know that, right?
Well, she probably will. I mean, she's Kate. And I'm me. But just once, I'd like to be able to ask her, you know, to say it out loud instead of thinking it. I'll still help you, no matter what she says. I promise.
We have to ask. Doesn't this seem weird?
Yeah,
God.
we'll save it for last if we have to ask.
I don't know. Doesn't this feel a little weird?
Which part?
Helping him woo her with my powers.
No.
You heard what Pan said. You can't make anyone do anything they don't want to do. You can only make them say what's in their heart.
Yeah, that's the part I can't do.
I don't need a boon. I would help this man for
either.
free.
God.
I don't want a boon.
But we gotta.
I do this and you'll help me in return, right?
Athena made Kate swear she's not allowed to say anything about what happens at the tower. But she never made me swear. Maybe she never thought anyone would ask. But I'll tell you, even if Kate doesn't like it, I'll tell you.
If I do this first.
If you help me, any trouble will be worth it.
I got this.
I got this.
Okay. I have an idea.
You do? Well, you do?
You, my bullish friend, are gonna sing your little heart out.
Grace always has the best ideas.
I'll set up a vibe and you go for it.
I'm not great at words. I'm more of a dancer.
Just speak from the heart. Be honest. You can do it.
You cast a spell on me.
Now
Not
you're mine.
literally, obviously. But I feel in summary, you and me are meant to be. 'Cause you put a hex on me. You didn't do it to me directly. I'm not blaming you.
Let him work it out.
Just metaphorically. Shit, can someone help me?
Compliment her.
We gotta bard route this. We gotta bard route this.
It's okay. Okay, what are some of the things you love about her?
Hecate, with you there's so much to love. Oh, I'm not saying you're fat.
Tell her something she doesn't know about herself.
Oh, Katie, to me, you know you enrapture?
Ooh, good word.
Is your pallid skin. Your lips are so thin.
your love.
Me and the autistic book. Me and the autistic bitch I pulled by
staring
being
in
autistic.
that one thought. Why is it that you seem so distraught? Are you saying you're in love with me? You couldn't possibly. Really?
Oh, you're doing great. Give it another go.
You've cast a spell on me. It's a feeling that's killing me. But let's say categorically, oh Katie, it's just you and me.
You gotta let Hecate speak.
I cannot hide from my reality. I can't help but think it's best that you forget me. I feel so little joy. My want is to destroy. You will come to resent me. I'm truly fond of you. Yet now it appears that you love me. How can you be so sure? What is my allure? Tears are near certain.
I could never make you cry.
It's not my tears I fear. What if I lose you?
Couldn't. Oh, I feel so powerless.
Let me be crystal clear. Do you believe this love of yours shall persevere? Despite all it won't face, it won't disappear. My virtues are few, and if we see this through, the pain that we share may be too severe.
Oh, of course she sings my song better than I do. Help me!
A part of me kind of wants to see how Freddy handles this.
Part of like kind of, yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of think he needs to like. Baby bird needs to fly, you know. You know.
What are you thinking right now? Because I have two that I'm between, and
I'm between Freddy help him and it's not as bad as you think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The baby bird's gotta fly.
I feel like my biggest argument towards Freddy help him is we are doing Bard route. We are doing, the very charming route, right? We're literally trying to help a man seduce someone. What more bardish tendency, what more charismatic tendency is there? But also, being a realist about this, I don't know if that's going to help or not.
Yeah. Let's go logic on this bad boy.
Stand back, there's nothing to see. Everyone move along. It's a car crash of a song.
But you're wrong, make no apology. See, she hasn't disappeared.
She is standing right here.
I know when I stand next to you, I don't feel like such a freak. I know you feel that way too. You're not like other gods. My love, what are the odds that we're here? Us outsiders should cheer that we found each other.
Speak from the heart.
Speak from the heart.
Oh, is that good?
I have always counted on you to speak to me honestly. You're at my beck and call. I've never thanked you at all, and yet you still love me. I let travelers know which way to go, but it bothers me. My own path I forego always seemed apropos, yet where has this led me?
Maybe one one step across the line will weave its own spell in given time.
The thought with which I must contend is, can I love my best friend?
Yes. Just decide.
Oh, this is so cute.
This is so sweet.
You deserve a love story. Do it. Yes.
Asterion,
Kate?
it seems you've cast a spell on me.
You will not regret this.
Not yet. It is written. You've cast a spell on me. To think I shall have my own story. You've cast a spell on me. And we shall write it together. You've cast a spell on me. A tale of romance and glory. You've cast a spell on me. But do we have enough leather? You've cast a spell.
Ma'am.
Ma'am?
Ma'am? And this big grin on my face.
Yeah, dude.
Yay!
We did something right.
Diverting. You felt this way the entire time, Asterion, and you said nothing?
I didn't think I was worthy. I mean, look at me. I'm only, half a man.
You have been a devoted friend over the long and lonely years, Asterion. I only wish I had realized sooner we could have been more. As for you, Grace, I thank you for arranging this diversion, however it came to pass.
Wasn't it written?
I don't get it. Didn't you know this would happen? Wasn't it written?
Of course it was. It was also written that I would be unaware of Asterion's feelings until he spoke them to me.
But you knew that.
I follow the rules. It is written.
Happy it worked out.
Happy it worked out, babe.
I'm glad to see someone happy, finally.
That would be me.
I am also not displeased by this course of events.
Wow, look at you. Living the wildlife.
Come, Asterion, I wish to speak of this further.
I probably will, but you'll have to work for that.
Hey, wait for me outside, yeah?
He just comes out all
How
like,
long
disheveled.
are we supposed to wait? It's been over an hour.
Meant to be.
It's fine, Grace. I doubt the Minotaur would break his promise. Say.
Whew. You still here? I'm sorry. Kate had a lot to say.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, I'll bet she did.
Yeah, well, Kate wants us to talk about our feelings more. And there, of course, was tea. Right, so
Tea.
I suppose you want to know how Calliope broke into the reliquary that night.
She did what?
No, we didn't know anything about that. Do you mean the night she died?
Oh, well, I thought you already knew. Yeah, the night Calliope died, she broke in somehow. Thing is, we know she didn't take anything or even touch anything. I just remember the alarms, and I chased after her.
The reliquary has alarms.
Did you say the reliquary has alarms? Like burglar alarms, cameras?
Oh, no, nothing like that. It just has a lot of protections. You know, magic.
I don't know magic, actually.
Oh, well, it's just meant to keep the dangerous stuff from being touched. It was set off, so something happened in the reliquary. We just, don't know what exactly.
It's possible that if Calliope broke into the reliquary, she could have been trying to look up what happens to her, knew the next person who would become the next idol, and just came to visit her early.
Oh.
She was
It
like,
is
fuck this,
written.
I don't want to do this anymore. Who's the next person who's going to be the next Calliope?
Maybe.
Maybe we...
That's a good point.
It's giving Looking for Alaska. Has anyone here read Looking for Alaska? Has anyone
Yeah,
read that?
I've read Looking for Alaska.
You
yes.
get the vibes!
Yeah.
Just the very manic pixie dream girl of it all, and then you look at it more and you're like, oh, no.
Oh, she's a little fucked up, huh?
She's a little fucked up, actually.
How did she get inside?
Those alarms don't go off if someone breaks into the reliquary? They don't detect intruders?
Oh, normally nobody does that.
Well, Calliope did. She got in somehow.
Well, she must have snuck in the back way. Where do you think I keep running from? Whatever Calliope did here, it was enough to set off the alarms. That's all I know.
Did you ever find her?
You chased Calliope, but did you ever catch up with her?
No. If I'd have caught her, I'd have brought her back and Kate would have gotten answers out of her. All I know is that she was hurt, bleeding bad, but I don't know why. I wanted to help her, but she got away in the fog. Then I ran into Medusa.
Wait, what? Medusa? Here?
Yeah. Well, she's not normally here. I think maybe she was chasing after Calliope too.
My Athena hired hitman theory. It's all coming together.
It's all coming to... Oh, yeah.
Why was Medusa here?
What was Medusa doing here?
She was chasing after Calliope too, I think, but she wouldn't say why. I asked. She never got into the reliquary though. She was just out here in the fog.
Couldn't Medusa have broken in like Calliope did?
Yeah, but I chased Calliope from the reliquary. If Medusa had been there, I would have seen her.
How is she wounded?
How could Calliope have been wounded?
It couldn't have been Medusa, like I said. She never got close.
But Calliope was wounded inside the reliquary?
That's where the blood was. We don't have anything that would attack anyone, though.
So someone else. But they did it inside the reliquary.
If so, they vanished after.
My Athena hired hitman theory. It's no longer coming together.
Oh no, it's all falling apart.
What kind of relics are there?
Is there anything that could come alive and do a murder?
What relics are there? Maybe Calliope was looking for one but couldn't find it before...
Yeah, that I'm not supposed to say.
Do you have the golden fleece, the shield of Zeus, the sword of Damocles? Is it suspended?
You know a lot about that stuff for a mortal.
I watch
So
Rocky
it's
Horror.
all real?
I can neither confirm nor deny any of that. All I know is that nothing got used and nothing got taken.
How do you know nothing was taken?
How do you know Calliope didn't touch or take anything?
Kate knows everything in the reliquary, right down to the last book. She's been looking, but she can't figure if anything was touched. It makes her so mad not to know. And it made Athena pretty mad too.
Athena got involved?
Yeah, when Kate finally told her, Athena wants Kate to keep investigating, but it doesn't look good.
So Athena knows what happened here. It's
Athena
coming together.
knows what happened here the night Calliope died?
Yeah, Kate told her a day or so later, I think. We didn't know Calliope died that night, though.
What? Athena didn't mention it?
Nope. Not that that's weird. She's not the chatty type, you know? She came in all quiet and cool, wanted to know who was here that night and what Calliope might have wanted. She swore Kate to silence. Not me, though. Guess she's not as smart as Kate.
That's all I need to know. Thank you.
This means Calliope came here the night she died. This is where she was attacked.
But we don't know by whom.
Well, this is the second time Medusa's name has come up. That can't be a coincidence.
Well, she's super scary, but, you know she works for Athena, right? I thought maybe that's why she was here, but Athena said she didn't know about it.
That does seem suspicious.
If that's all you need, then I have to go. Kate will be so mad if she finds me gone. Good luck, Muse.
You okay there, friendo?
I'm thinking about Calliope.
I'm just thinking about Calliope. What happened to her here? Whatever she was trying to do, she probably didn't succeed. She ran from here, dying, maybe straight to our apartment.
Because you were her last hope.
Yeah. What if she hadn't made it? She must have known...
One thing at a time, Grace. You'll figure it out. I know you will.
I guess so. Next thing is to go back to Pan. Tell him his favor is done.
What an adventure.
Sorry?
You're just lucky, Grace. Luckier than you think. You go do what you have to, and I'll meet you back at the apartment, okay?
Or you could come with me. Oh.
Or you could come with me so I can continue to flirt with you.
Pan!
Oh, we're here.
I hope you're here, because I don't know where else to look for you.
Of course I'm here, Grace. Where else would I be but amongst the trees and the wild things? I really must thank you, by the by. Asterion is simply over the moon, and he's already repaid me with this select tome from the reliquary.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. You might have warned me what his love life issue was.
What was it? Asterion wouldn't say.
You really didn't know?
It was exhausting trying to get the poor fellow to admit as much as he did. At any rate, you seem to have worked it out. I trust you got what you needed. More grist for the mill of your innocence, as it were.
Man, I hate being stupid and a pussy. Anyway, I learned a lot.
I learned a lot.
It's quite the coincidence. The place you sent me just happens to be the place Calliope was attacked.
That is quite the coincidence. You must be very grateful.
It's just hard to trust a coincidence that big.
You have no reason to be suspicious. I know nothing of what happened to Calliope at the reliquary. I suppose the question at the heart of this is, do you believe me?
Do it with me, boys. I'm trying to.
It is interesting though, because I think Apollo was the person who was like, you have no fucking reason to believe anything Pan is gonna tell you. Or like, it was either Apollo or it was like Athena or somebody was like...
I think most everybody is
was
saying
like,
that.
don't believe don't believe Pan.
He is mischievous.
He's a mischievous little fuck.
I'm trying to, Pan, but you make this really hard.
Ah, yes. Doubt. What a fascinating concept, and an excellent reason to hesitate. Alas, it is my burden to be forever condemned by my idle brethren. I've become accustomed to it. Truly. I've never lied to you, Grace, and I never shall. If you're looking for innocence, however, well, I'm afraid that's one thing I cannot provide.
And if I can't accept that? If I find out you're somehow involved in this?
You'll do what you do, and I'll do what I do, and we'll see where that takes us.
Ooh, you are the worst. No. I still need your help, I think.
Oh, Ren, look,
Yeah.
man. We said we'll wait for you to be here.
If you're still up for trading favors, I could use more help.
Oh, of course you could. You could live the high life, Grace. Throw caution to the wind. Embrace what you can before you...
Before I die? You don't have any hope for me, do you? You're just taking what you can get before it's over.
I've seen this story many times, Grace. I've told this story many times. And it always ends the same way.
But we sting it.
What's the point of even getting to know me then? Right?
Hey, Apollo.
Hey, Apollo. Let's go.
Are we gonna talk to Apollo? Or do you wanna go
let's talk to Apollo.
Hey, Apollo. Shit got weird.
Welcome back, Grace. Is there something you came to discuss?
No. No, I just wanted to hang out, really. I can't believe we have to say no!
No, that's okay. I'll see you later,
I just
Apollo.
wanted to hear your voice. Sorry for distracting you. Oh, we have to go do big boy plot things. I see.
Okay. Medusa.
Actually, before we go do big boy plot things, I'm not gonna read it because we are already going, like, longer than expected. I do need to know what they say. Oh, he's so cute.
He's so cute.
I do need to know what they say about Apollo, though.
Of course you do.
Shh. I said. What did I say? You know, despite all his abs and serpentine looks, Apollo is just like some grandpa who's never managed to keep up with the times. At least he doesn't shake his cane at all the young whippersnappers passing by his house. Unless he does! How would I know? Oh my god, we have so much Apollo lore. Oh my god.
The gilf.
The gilf of our dreams. He's a sad gilf. What more could you want out of a man? Ugh, Christ. Alright, Medusa.
Medusa.
This must be the Viper's Nest. Scariest part of town, no sign. Just that one dude glaring at everyone. Well, I'm here now. Just another day in the life of an idol.
Oh, there you are. Man, this place is the worst. I think someone peed on me.
Freddy? What are you doing here?
What, you thought I wouldn't notice you skulking off? You didn't even bring any equipment, Grace.
Is that a mace?
I adore you. I adore you.
Freddy, please tell me you don't think you're some kind of adventurer.
I'm sorry. Are you not about to head into a monster's lair at great personal peril? What else would you call that?
You're such a dork. I adore you.
Good, because I'm not about to let you wander in there without backup. Who knows? Maybe the stuff I know about Medusa might actually apply. Well, that'd be a switch.
Tell me what you know.
Okay, I'll bite. What do you know about Medusa?
Well, you know she was human once, right? And she was cursed?
Apollo mentioned it, yeah.
Cursed by Athena. Or so one of the stories goes, anyway.
But doesn't she work for Athena?
Hey, don't look at me. My knowledge of this stuff stops at a few thousand years ago.
She's a monster, though.
She was once human, but she's definitely a monster, right?
Yeah, one of the worst. But, you know, so was the Minotaur.
Asterion said she was scary. I have a feeling she's not like him.
Then I guess you need to be prepared for the possibility that she is as bad as the legends say. Though some of the stories also say that she was wronged by Athena and that what was done to her was an injustice.
And Athena just follows the rules, right?
She really turned people into stone.
Do you think she actually turns people to stone?
Let's hope not, or this could be a short visit. Or a really, really long one.
I'm serious!
Perseus used a mirror to reflect Medusa's gaze back at her. Oh, maybe you could use your phone.
Yeah, we all read Percy Jackson, we know.
You think that would work?
Unless you brought a mirror, Grace, it's all you got.
Let's do this.
Okay, enough talking. Time to do this.
You have a plan for how we're getting inside, I hope?
Maybe. You're here to help?
Always. And I have a plan.
Hello.
Oh.
Options.
Pocket sand.
I mean,
go ahead.
I'm trying to think, like, we are a bard. Being persuasive has been helpful so far.
That is true.
But also, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I don't know if this is just, like, a dude or if this is, like, somebody.
Fuck it, we ball confront him. We can use our magic singing powers.
Grace, you're not...
Of course you are. Hi there.
Viper's Nest is closed. Private party.
I'm here for the party.
Yeah, the private party is what I'm here for. Why else?
All the guests have arrived. Do you have an invitation?
I'm an idol.
Does an idol need an invitation?
Go on in. I'll send word to the boss.
Oh, we're leaving poor Freddy out here.
Sorry, girlie. You figure it out. Hi.
Mob Psycho 100.
What a long day. Hiding in the light. Such a long day. Dreaming of tonight.
Mark me down as scared and horny.
Hello, who's that there? You've messed up my flow. Just get your drink, girl, and take your seat. Oh, it's the muse. There are sacred bites, and then there's this sacred bite. So wrong, so right. I'm really gonna hate myself tonight.
She's so scary.
They said soprano. Yay. Yay.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Right, let's play. I'm sure you can bite, okay. But you get a fight today. You're fighting Grace this time. And this time's mine. This time.
For centuries, these heroes got sent to me. Each one of them bent to me.
You're meant to be this time.
This time and all time.
This time's mine.
This time's mine. This time just like every time. He's mine. Now look into me. Your body goes freely every time as it tenders, turning jelly as it renders.
Fight it. Fight it. Fight it.
What'd you say, Grace? You okay, Grace? Where's the game face this time? You are currently experiencing something I like to call the preparation. Any questions or comments? That's right, it is widely known that I can turn folks to stone. But oh, I won't this time. Cause this time I find dine that oozy musy bloods my wine this time.
know when women, Toxic Yuri.
Toxic Yuri.
I don't know if we just should keep fighting her. I don't want to be like, we should be friends. No, that's not happening. That's not happening. Fuck it. Let's do this.
Fuck it, we ball. Okay, fine, let's do this. Let's be the Toxic Yuri.
Looking away. Hey, you flipped that hood. Then out came the snakes. You're so good. Finally, some stakes. Oh, the ice thing. What a difference an actual monster makes.
Now do we appeal to empathy?
I feel like now is the time. Because
Okay.
neither of these options seem great other than talking about, like, you didn't start like this kind of a way.
Mm-hmm.
So Athena made you like this, right?
Athena made you like this. She was mad at me, so. Well, why was she mad? She said I'd been bad. Had you been? No. Now look into me.
Empathy again.
Empathy again.
Listen, Medusa. She's ashamed of what you do, but she never stops using you. Hey, I'd be a monster too. I'd be like you, big time. And it's time to realize you're the victim of a crime.
Lost, little girl. No more Hail Marys. We both know the victim's you. The monster's me.
You don't know, you don't know.
You know that you didn't
kill Calliope. So you know that it's true that I didn't do it.
No.
Yes, you do know, you know. Does that mean Athena knows?
No.
Empathy.
Fine grace, just like fate made you. Fate played me, just like fate won't see what your eyes see when you look at me. Don't look at me.
You think that will hurt me, child? You have not done your homework.
Oh, sorry, just trying to get your attention. Yeah, I've been watching, and I'm willing to bet you can't turn me to stone before I burn your snakes off.
Be careful, Freddy.
Careful, Freddy. That's not a gamble I'm willing to take.
Yeah, the thing is, Grace, neither is she.
You ready to talk?
Oh, fine. Fine. What exactly is it that you want, pretty muse?
You think I'm pretty?
Why were you at the reliquary?
You were at the reliquary the night Calliope was murdered. I want to know why.
Blast! This is why I didn't tell Lady Athena. I knew it would come back to haunt me. I only followed pretty Calliope to the reliquary. I never spoke to her, never even caught up to her. I swear it.
That's what Asterion told us, more or less.
But you were there that night.
Yes, I admit it. Ugh, Lady Athena will have my head. She'll mount it on a pike. Whatever you might think of me, I had no part in the Muse's death. I did not even know she'd been attacked until I saw her fleeing.
Why were you following her?
You followed Calliope to the reliquary. Why were you shadowing her at all?
I am Lady Athena's spy master, yes. Calliope has been trouble from time to time.
So you were spying on her?
I keep watch over every idol who no longer lives in Olympus, but especially Calliope. When I realized she was headed to the reliquary that eve, I followed. I had a duty to Athena.
Did you find out why she was there?
Did you ever find out why Calliope went there?
I was never close enough to ask. When I drew near to the reliquary, that is when I saw the Muse fleeing. She was frightened, bloodied, dying.
Let me guess, that made you hungry.
I gave chase, yes, but to discover the truth. I knew Lady Athena would wish to know.
That does make sense from your perspective.
I didn't learn the truth until later. And then it was far too late.
Asterion said you two met.
Asterion said he caught up with you out in the fog. Is that right?
I thought he was the one who had attacked her. He is a great beast of a creature.
He killed Hecate's cat by accident, but this still seems hard to believe.
Yes, I only realized my mistake once I caught up to him, and by then the Muse was gone.
And you never found her afterwards?
I thought she might flee to her pretty home, or to the sharp and prickly Persephone. She did neither.
Yeah, she came to see me.
You didn't tell Athena?
You haven't told Athena any of this?
Do I need to light things up again? 'Cause I'll do it.
I told her Calliope was at the reliquary that night. I did not tell her I was also there.
Why not? Wouldn't Athena find out from Hecate anyway?
I was not thinking clearly. I panicked. Lady Athena barely tolerates my presence as it is. If she thought I was involved in any way, if she even suspected...
How can we believe you?
Why should we believe you? You did just try to eat me, remember?
I am telling you the truth.
Right, and not at all trying to cover your own ass.
You presented an opportunity. Oh, to taste the sweet, sweet blood of a hero once again. It's a problem. I've been working on it, I really have.
Uh-huh.
Well, what of Pan? The only reason I knew Calliope was going to the reliquary is because he informed me.
So much for never lying to me.
What were the odds, honestly?
Let's put a pin in that for the moment, shall we?
I am a monster. It's true, I do not deny it. It's still, I did not kill the Muse.
Okay, let's say we believe you. For the moment.
Whatever you do, pretty Muse, I beg you. Do not tell Athena of my indiscretion. Show mercy. I know what I am horrifies you. It horrifies me as well. I cannot help what I am. I did not ask to be cursed like this.
Why are we so stupid? Okay. When we play with Red, we're going intelligence route. Jesus
Please,
Christ.
oh my god. What? Listen, and that's because none of us in that call will be the smart one otherwise, alright?
I'll think about it.
Indiscretion, huh? That's quite the word for it.
I cannot apologize for my hunger. I can only apologize that I am so very weak in the face of it.
I'll think about it.
I am a lost and cursed thing. No idol. If Lady Athena should learn the truth... I hope you find what you seek, pretty muse. And that we meet again someday. And sing a different song.
If you give me the option. Maybe. Like heroes before you, channeled your inner Perseus and defeated the Gorgon.
Right from the start, Pan knew Calliope was there that night.
Yeah, and who could have foreseen that he was lying to you the entire time? Who, I ask you, a mystery even the Oracle couldn't have penetrated.
Okay, you were right.
Yes, fine. You were right, Freddy. As always.
Ha! See, was that so hard? Anyhow, you probably have a few questions for Mr. Goatman. I'll see you at home.
You were awesome.
Would you really have tried to burn Medusa's face off? With an aerosol can?
Hell yeah! One hint of googly eyes and...
What would I do without you?
You'll never need to answer that question, Grace.
Oh, don't say that. You're gonna die. That's what Jack was saying.
Oh, if it isn't, the lovely Grace?
You knew. Right from the start, you knew Calliope was there that night.
Well, yes. She asked for the key and I gave it to her, no questions asked. I told you I didn't know what happened to Calliope, and that's the truth. I did not. So I nudged you in the right direction.
What aren't you telling me?
So you were what? Just trying to be helpful? You still aren't telling me something.
What possible reason would I have to...
Tell me, right now.
Medusa learned that Calliope was going to the reliquary because I told her. Now, before you say anything, I had no idea of the fate awaiting our dear muse. And you yourself said Medusa was not responsible. I simply had to know if I'd inadvertently, rather innocently...
You sold her out.
Sold her out? She came to you for help, and you gave her whereabouts to the highest bidder.
I am trying to help, Grace. In my way.
What do you mean, in my way? What way is that?
The way where I don't take all the blame.
What else will I discover, Pan? I'd rather learn it now than later.
I wish I could tell you, Grace. I truly do.
Hey, Apollo. You... Troy Baker, holy fuck! What do we want to do?
Hey, Troy Baker.
Hey, Troy Baker, holy fuck!
I'm also looking at the group chat. And
Yeah. I'm so proud of them.
Grace, back again so soon. Did you find Medusa after all?
Oh, thank fuck.
You've been on my mind ever since you told me about her.
Oh, have I?
It was fine. I told you it would be.
Have I, Troy Baker?
Okay, it almost wasn't fine, but it worked out. Nobody got hurt.
I see. Perhaps you'd best tell me what happened then.
He said I've been on his mind.
That sounds like quite the harrowing experience. One that could have gone very poorly indeed.
But
it didn't. But it didn't.
It could have, sure, but it didn't.
This time. Still, you learned a great deal.
It cleared Medusa, but Pan, not so much. Just the opposite.
Have you confronted him about it?
Mm-hmm. He admitted to selling out Calliope, but not to killing her. I don't know if I can believe him.
I've never thought of Pan as a liar so much as a manipulator. Still, he would do anything to protect himself. I'll have to give this some thought. Anything else you'd like to discuss while you're here?
No, I guess.
No, that's okay. I'll see you later, Apollo.
Fwebby.
Fwebby. Fwebby, you want to give me a good night kiss?
Please.
Please.
Oh.
Hi, Grace. I can just call you Grace, right?
That's my name. Where's Freddy?
She went out to get snacks. We were gonna watch TV while we waited, but, well, here you are.
Have you just been hanging out at my house?
You know Freddy?
What, you and Freddy are friends now? When did this happen?
When I came looking for you. Freddy has this movie that I've never seen. Super cool, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, would you rather not share your mortal friends? Anyway, I guess Athena wants to talk? I can zip us over to Olympus anytime, if you're free.
Do I have a choice?
Do I have a choice about seeing Athena? I'm not in the habit of being at anyone's beck and call.
I mean, I guess you could say no, but I wouldn't. If Athena wants something, she's gonna get it eventually. She had that look in her eyes, like she really wants to talk to you.
She could always come here. Everyone else does.
Athena entered the mortal world? And now she doesn't do that ever. Can you imagine?
Athena never leaves Olympus.
How does Athena manage never entering the mortal world?
She doesn't have to, I guess. Everyone brings her everything she needs. And that creepy owl of hers? Apollo says it's her eyes out in the world. It's everywhere. Watching.
So what, she just never leaves the building?
She'll go to the reliquary and places like that. Just never where mortals are. She wears a toga and calls cars iron horses.
Death by owl. Death maybe.
Death by owl. Honestly, it would make our owl joke at the start of the last VOD really funny.
Is this what you do?
So this is what you do? Ferry people around?
I'm the god of messengers, baby. Travelers, doorways, any kind of transition, really. The old Hermes said that the transition part made even more sense for me, which, you know, extra cool, right?
Yeah! That's true.
I can connect any two doorways anywhere. Just like that.
Love it.
So it's super easy to take people wherever. I don't mind.
You knew the old Hermes. I'm sorry to bring up your trauma again, Mike.
Sorry. No,
guy,
I'm
but-
like, oh, that's so, I don't want to, like, the only word coming to mind is funny, but not funny, haha. Funny, really good writing.
You mentioned the old Hermes a lot. You knew him?
Yeah, I was homeless for a while. It wasn't a great time, and he took me in. Everyone's on the same journey, he used to say. Only the roads are different. And then he went on his journey. Man, I still miss him every day.
Wait, isn't he still inside you? Aren't you kind of the same person now?
Not yet. It's only been a year. Maybe I'll feel him again one day. That'd be nice.
Huh.
Here's a weird question.
Mm-hmm.
How do because I'm sure people do. I know the internet. How do you write and differentiate between, like, for example, like, the previous Hermes and the current Hermes. Right? Because I can imagine in Apollo's case, you could say Apollo and Lucas. Right? If you really wanted to. If you don't know the other, like
this, the current Hermes, like what their alias was before Hermes, you mean?
Yeah. Is that something people have had to figure out? Is that something that people will figure? I'm so curious because it's like I don't want to say it's a dead name situation because it's kind of not, but it kind of is, but it's kind of not.
Much to think about.
I'm so intrigued. How the fuck would you write about that?
Anyway, do
you
like running errands, Hermes?
Do you want to do my
it's
groceries
easy,
for
but
me?
do you like doing all these errands?
Huh. Yeah, I never thought about it. It's nice to have a purpose. Athena is super sweet, and she has a big, important job. Why wouldn't I want to help her out?
You can't be this nice. Are you for real?
For real?
Well, the old Hermes used to say that a willingness to serve is more important than a willingness to be served.
Let's go.
I suppose there's no point in putting it off. Do your thing. Take me to Olympus.
Okay. Oh, when you see Freddie, tell her I'm sorry I couldn't stick around for the movie. And mind if I say something?
Sure.
You've changed. I mean, from the person I met when I first came here. When, you know, you got it together really quick.
Hermes, there was a dead body in front of me.
I kind of had to. End of the act?
Oh.
Multi-class!
Or do we have to choose differently because we've changed?
Oh, that's also a thing, maybe.
Let's see. Because can we select charming again? Like don't click on it, but
no.
No. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, we might have to switch. Can we be smart, please? Can we be
smart for the trial?
Can we please be smart?
Absolutely. I don't think we can fuck our way out of this one, boys. Is that the end of the act, though? No?
There you are, Grace. No. Do have a seat.
Hi, girlie.
I prefer to stand, thanks.
As you like. You've certainly been busy, haven't you? Everywhere I turn, there you are. Including the reliquary.
Oh.
I'm uncertain how you got access, but even you must have realized it's off limits. Particularly for your mortal friend.
You know what happened there.
But you know what happened there.
I'm going all in.
That's
on
where
this.
Calliope was attacked.
Yet it's not where she died, Grace. Is it?
So, because she made it all the way to my apartment, we shouldn't care why she was bleeding to death along the way.
You think our judgment was rash? It was. In truth, I worried that giving you time, letting us all get to know you, would make it harder in the end. I am sorry, Grace. You may not believe it, but I care deeply. I care about what happens to you and to all the idols.
Oh, yeah, we are multi-classing. Good. Okay. Man, usually I'd go for bard route, but I'm twisting the knife here. Like you care about Medusa.
Like you care about Medusa?
You cursed her.
She lives like that because you cursed her. Have you even tried to undo it? I'm betting not, because she's useful like this, and that's where your caring ends.
Zeus was the first to leave. King of the gods. And we don't even know what became of him. Vanished into the ether. Poseidon was next. Walked out into the seas, never to be heard from again. Ares betrayed us. Hephaestus saved us. Hades was murdered. And by one of our own. The list goes on.
So you add to it?
So you add to it. I show up and you kill me off because you can't be too careful.
We are dying, Grace. I don't mean diminishing or drifting apart. I mean our immortality is disappearing. Very soon now, the idols will be no more. We are a legacy that spans millennia, dating back to the very dawn of humankind. So yes, I care. I will do anything and everything in my power to avoid that fate, even if it appears unfair.
Let's do our first smart option. Let's do it.
Mwah.
You know, it's too bad. I've been an idol for 5 minutes, and I've been out there solving problems you've all wrestled with for how long now? I could have helped you, Athena. I could have helped all of you. But you don't see that, do you? You're so busy holding on to what you have. You can't see what you're throwing away.
I know we've put a great deal on your shoulders, Grace. I do. All I called you here to ask is that you please not make my job more difficult than it already is. If you have any other questions or concerns, now's the time to bring them up.
Great. Why did you kill Calliope?
Why did I what? You fucking heard me. Why did you kill Calliope?
Who can access the reliquary?
Who has access to the reliquary? Is it anyone with a key, or...
Doesn't matter. You gained access, so clearly it is not difficult to get. Speaking of which, I don't suppose you'll tell me who gave you that key.
Same way Calliope got it.
The same person gave it to me, who gave it to Calliope.
And who gave it to Calliope, then? I see.
You went to the reliquary, right?
Speaking of the reliquary, you went there, right? Once Hecate told you what happened?
Yeah, I was not impressed by the delay.
If you had known about that, the night Calliope died, would it have made a difference?
The chances are exceedingly small that you attacked her there, it's true. Yet, Calliope was weakened, which made her more vulnerable prey for an enterprising mortal. One she knew. Perhaps the incidents are connected, perhaps not. I cannot afford the risk of uncertainty, Grace. I'm sorry.
Tell me about Pan.
What do you know of Pan?
Pan? That's not a name I expected to hear. Been sniffing around you, has he?
I have some suspicions, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Pan lurks at the edges because he likes it there, seeking out whatever profit he thinks he can get away with. Avoid him, dear, or he'll stick to you like gum to the bottom of your shoe.
Is Pan a killer?
Okay, so you don't like Pan much. I get that. But do you think he could kill someone?
We've all killed, my dear. I was once a warrior queen, feared by mortals and gods alike.
Another idol, I mean.
Is that where your investigation has led you? To Pan?
I'm missing something.
Sort of, but I feel like I'm missing something important. Maybe the goddess of wisdom could help me out?
It would be helpful to know what Calliope was doing at the reliquary, but she's not available to ask. Not until you regain her memories, at least.
Why not put off the trial until then? Seems like a good way to solve all this. Yeah?
Oh, you want to step on him?
And trust what you decide to
Interesting.
share? I think not.
Medusa.
All right, let's talk about Medusa.
Again, if you wish. What of her?
Why don't you help her?
Was I right? That you haven't even tried to undo the curse that you inflicted on her?
I wish I could remove the curse. I'm afraid the Athena who bestowed it is long gone. She was prideful, that Athena. As prideful as she was powerful, I'm ashamed to say.
The current Athena is responsible for everything she's done.
I am well aware, Grace. What is it that you would have me do exactly?
Fucking try.
Stop using her.
How about you stop treating her like a servant? Maybe send her somewhere she won't be tempted all the time.
Oh, well, if you happen to hear of a diet camp for man-eating monsters, by all means, do let me know. Now, if there isn't anything else?
No.
I guess I'll get back to my investigation.
I am rooting for you, Grace. If there's another way to resolve this, any way at all, I will take it.
Will you? Really?
Good luck. Feel free to take a cookie on your way out.
I don't trust her. I don't.
Maybe that's the point.
I guess.
I can't say I'm surprised. Athena has always struggled in a crisis.
Well, that's a nice way of putting it.
Remember, she was a warrior. When pressed, she's always turned to that aspect, sought to maintain absolute control. It'd be hypocritical to say it's wrong of her. She's battled for me as much as for anyone.
Are the idols really dying?
Do you think she's telling the truth about the idols dying out?
Yes, though I find it odd she chose to tell you.
Maybe Athena thought, who'd believe Grace if she blabbed about it anyway?
Sadly, while I'd prefer to stay in her good graces, I doubt that will be possible.
Uh-oh, what now?
You may not like this, but you need to go back to the reliquary.
Will you come with me?
I bet I know why, because I'm smart now.
So smart. Apollo's like, when did you get smart? 5 minutes ago.
You know, Athena said something to me. That it'd be nice to know what Calliope was doing there in the first place.
As usual, you're way ahead of me.
It's the only piece of the puzzle we're missing. Calliope went there because she had a plan. But what plan?
If she left clues behind, wouldn't Hecate have found them already?
That's a really good question.
Remember how I told you it'd be years before you got Calliope's memories back? Well, it's true, but not entirely.
Okay.
Those memories are inside you. You go somewhere important to Calliope or touch something special to her, you will get flashes, feelings.
Do you want Grace to go to the reliquary so she can have deja vu?
Deja vu?
Whatever happened to Calliope there, it ended her life. All we need to do is uncover those memories.
How do we get in?
Last time Freddy and I were there, Hecate wouldn't let us into the reliquary. Not without Athena's permission.
Okay. Do you want to ask Athena for permission?
It just seems like a radical step. For you.
A week ago, I would have said that breaking into the reliquary couldn't be done. A week ago, I couldn't have imagined being here. My stance on a lot of things has changed. If you have another idea, however, I'm happy to go along with it.
It has alarms.
An alarm system.
What about the alarms? I'm not eager to have Asterion chasing me through the fog.
Calliope snuck in without setting off any alarms. At least at first.
Well, I'll be following in Calliope's footsteps, won't I? What if I follow the wrong footstep and set them off?
Then the alarms bring Asterion and Hecate, and all three of us do a great deal of apologizing.
Let's just hope that's all those alarms do.
Are you sure this is gonna work, guys?
Baker, are you lying to me?
Are you sure about this? You want me to wander around hoping something comes to me?
Am I sure? No. No, I'm not.
Oh, that's comforting.
What if Medusa is lying? What about Pan? We could look into him some more, couldn't we?
Oh, well, do you have a way we could look into those things without encountering even more lies?
Deja vu it is.
What would I be looking for?
Let's say I do this. What am I hoping to find?
Some memory of what happened to Calliope, even a flash. Anything that gives us something to work with.
And if that doesn't happen?
Make it happen, Grace. As if your life depends on it.
I can really see why the idols call you the cheery one.
I'm sorry, but why is she here again?
Because I love her.
There's no other way.
Is there really no other way? This seems a bit desperate.
I think that's kind of the point, Grace.
There isn't much time left, and I'm out of ideas that won't take more time than we have.
Well, there's always running, right? Grace leaves the city, goes on a world tour, becomes rich and famous. It's just me. Okay then.
Right then. Back to the reliquary it is.
Any idea how you want to do this, Grace? Because I'm game to help.
Cool. I'm sure we can figure something out.
I can't go into the reliquary with you. Not without tipping off Hecate. But I won't be far. If anything goes wrong, I will come running.
Good God, dude.
Even so, Grace. Please be
If you don't even give me the option. What the fuck?
It'll
be fine. Why can't I flirt with you, Troy Baker? This is the most bullshit run I've ever seen in my life. I'm hoping what it is. It's not. I really don't care that much. But part of my brain is like, maybe the more flirty options you choose, the more flirty options you get.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think so either.
I just wish, in my heart of hearts, it's like, this is where the plot can change if you've romanced. This is how the Troy Baker romance solo can still end.
You know me. I'm always careful.
Come on, the time for adventure is now.
Be safe. Both of you.
I just realized it's not her, but I just realized who Freddy's voice sounds like. Do you watch Sophia Card on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
God,
I've been trying to place
long.
it, and I was like, why is this such a familiar cadence? And then you said that, and it's like, oh, huh? Yeah, it's absolutely Sophia. Anyway.
Oh my God. This act is so long, dude.
Okay, do you want to stop here because this seems like we're gonna get into some shit? And
it
then
might be for the best, and then hopefully we can kind of finish Act 2 and do at least most of Act 3 next time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not available Friday, if you remember, but...
I do remember this. I also don't remember how to pause the fucking game. Oh shit, can I not pause the fucking game right now? Do I have to make a choice first and then we can pause the fucking game?
Okay. Then let's make our choice, I guess. I don't think we can be honest with Hecate.
Okay, so we either have Freddy distract or we sneak in the back way.
I think now that we're smart, we might be able to sneak in the back way.
Unless autosave just saved us and we can just like kind of exit out here, but I don't want to take that chance.
Yeah, let's not take the risk.
Let's go. Oh, see, there's autosave.
Ah, there we go.
Okay, so we're just gonna let it save and then go.
Wait, are you sure this is right? Was that the right door?
There we go. Okay. Boom. Okay. Wow, Act 2 is long. I was literally looking up beforehand, like, I should find, like, the stream guide for this game. But I got worried about spoilers, so I
Spoilers, yeah.
We run it blind like fools.
Oh, do you want to know a fun fact before we end this stream that
I would always love to know a fun fact
that you might or may not be mad to know? I just found this out like 5 minutes ago, so don't be mad at me. Apparently, you still can't be polyamorous, but flirting with other people does not affect your romance. There's just like, when you see that like telltale exclamation point thing is when you can actually do the romance.
Oh my god. I still stand by our decision though. I feel like now we have to stick with the vibe of we cannot flirt with anybody except for Freddy, at least for this run.
Yeah, and then we can do a harem route next time.
Yeah, we do a full horny bard run next time when we're smart and we can. We need to do a harem run when more people are here.
A harem run, we can still only date one person, but still.
But it emotionally counts as a harem run. It's the Chad run. do. Oh god. Okay. So, thank you for joining us today. I just popped my wrist. Ow.
Ow.
When are we streaming? So we're gonna skip Friday's stream of Stray Gods. We're gonna wait until Sunday night, 7 p.m. EST. We will continue Stray Gods.
Yes.
Because I will be fucking heartbroken if I can't do this with Jack in the room. I haven't mentioned it this stream, I don't think. I've been kind. But you might notice a little text up there that says Happy September. It is because during the month of September, you can subscribe to me on Twitch at a discounted rate. You can get a 1-month subscription for 25% off. You can get a 3-month subscription for 25% off. And you can get a 6-month subscription for 30% off.
Woo.
There has never been a better time to subscribe if you are interested in doing so.
Take advantage of this great deal.
Do it.
If you want more of our nonsense.
If you want more of our silly billy little nonsense. It is once again very warm in this room. So the sooner we wrap this up, the sooner I can turn a fan on. Next time, what is happening next time? Later this week, Tuesday, this week, noon EST, unless something disastrous happens. Ren and I, our good friend Ren, Shinjel's in chat, we're starting a new game on Tuesday, which I'm very excited about. And that's kind of it. Is that it? Thursday nights, I stream poker night at the inventory. I'm not great at poker. I feel like I need to say this, but it's fun anyway. I think that's all that's on the stream. I feel like there was something about Wednesdays that I'm not. No, that's empty. Point is, we have fun over here. And do you want to be here so bad? You want to be here so bad for it?
So bad. And since you want to be here so bad, why don't you give Kate a sub? Because during the month of September,
it's cheaper for you and it benefits me so that I can get new games to play with my friends. That's the trade-off. You sub, I can get new games and make more content. For you to enjoy. It's warm in here, I'm losing it a little bit. So, if you want more Stray Gods, same time, same place next week, Sunday night, 7 p.m. EST.
My last hurrah before school starts.
Yeah, and hopefully I will see some people here on Tuesday at noon. But until then, I hope you are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. And until next time.